Jamie.
Hello.
Hello there.
There's the beautiful man. Hey, he's wearing the shirt as well. Good lad.
Of course, we had to do that, didn't we?
I'm just setting up on YouTube now, and I'm just getting the lineups. So I thought I'd put them in the description.
I've got them. I've already got them, but yeah, you can.
Sound. It's just in case if anyone joins us, they can go, "Oh, who's in the team?" And it's like, "Oh, it's in the description."
Yeah. I prepare a minimum, Jamie. Yeah. I've got multiple screens for. One's for you, one's for Borussia Monchengladbach.
Do I have the biggest screen?
You have the second biggest screen.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
So I set up one screen for Monchengladbach information, one for Bayern Munich information, the other for the match, and then the other for just both generally. So trying to keep it a tad organized.
We're not live at the moment, but the video is actually live on YouTube, but it's on private, so it should. I can change it to public soon when we're ready.
All down to you, Jamie.
Excuse me. Get the sneezes in.
Fantastic.
Watch along. All right. So if I go, oh, is that going to do it? No, yep. What hashtag do Borussia the BMGFCB?
I think it's just M Gladbach.
Cool. I'm quite excited about this game.
Yeah, same.
Maybe just because of what happened last time. But then even the game at Allianz was kind of, wow, they only won because of mistakes.
Well, yeah, as well. And Xerxes. I don't know if you know the Family Guy eagle.
Oh, yeah.
He buys himself an eagle. His name is Xerxes. That's who scored for Bayern Munich that day. Oh, yeah, and Pavard also scored, but an own goal.
Pavard, shit.
Oh, no, I remember this very well now. Yeah, overrated. Pavard scored an own goal, and then he got an assist that kind of made up for it.
Yeah. If I go... Well, it's clearly in... Oh, God damn, all these bloody things you have to put. Come on. I've never done this before. I've never done live streaming ever, so this is the first time even.
I'm quite excited for that as well.
Yeah, it will either be really good or be really shit.
Who cares? I'm just here for the fun.
Exactly. Let's enable live chat.
I'll get onto that as well, so you can have a look at it.
What I'll do is I'm just putting in the tags. I don't know if he'll do anything, but I'll just do it in case. And then I've made a thumbnail for it, so it's just like Thuram and Lewandowski looking like.
Well, Thuram's not playing.
Oh, is he not? Oh,
he's suspended. He's suspended.
You see, this is what I mean. I'm terribly prepped.
he got suspended for spitting on a player the other week.
Oh shit!
He's got a 5-match suspension.
And he's our poster boy tonight, Seb.
Oh damn it!
Oh, I love it.
We got Stindl. He's top scorer for Mönchengladbach.
Stindl, yes, I love Stindl.
32-year-old. He's getting.
Is that how old he is? I thought he was 29 for some reason.
No. That's what it's like with Mönchengladbach. They're either at the end of their 20s or the beginning of their 20s. Hofmann as well is 29, and all that. Kramer is about 29 as well.
Do you think Marco Rose will go to a bigger club at some point?
He'll get the Dortmund job this summer, won't he?
You reckon?
I've got a feeling they will.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It seems like that's the way it's going. But it's understandable as well. Their resources are limited. It's a fan-run club, so there's everything that goes with it.
Yeah, exactly. Lewandowski, Muller, Perisic. Perisic is still there, isn't he?
Where? No, Perisic is back at Inter.
Yeah, he's back into that. Was it Sane?
Sane, yeah.
I freaking love Sane. I was kind of annoyed to see let him go in a weird way. I was kind of like,
He's not doing that well at Bayern.
No,
for sure.
He scored a good goal. Was it last week or?
I know what you mean. It was a good goal, but it was one of those matches where it was 4-0 and over.
Yeah.
Bayern, in the last 8 matches in the league, have been in a losing position. Oh no, he did score against Mainz. I haven't seen the goal then.
It's a good goal. He was typical, like cuts in and then just slots it low outside the box. Nice goal though.
The uploader that made this video unavailable in your country. Fantastic.
Oh. Was in our live stream or?
Just wanted to see the goal.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right, yeah.
No. I've got the stream. I've got the stream. I can either have it in English or French. I get very few matches in English, and this one I can get in English.
Nice. Yeah, I've got BT Sport on my phone, so I'm just going to watch you on that.
Okay.
Right. I think I've got everything I want in our settings.
You know who's the manager of Mainz?
No, I don't actually.
Jan Siebert, the one who was at Huddersfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It kind of seems weird that he capitulated at Huddersfield. Yeah, suddenly, even Huddersfield in the second division, then suddenly he gets the Mainz job in the Bundesliga.
Brilliant. Right, I'm thinking. Right, let me go back.
I might.
Let me go back to my. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Right, so if I go back onto. Come on, how do I go back? No. Now, how do I go back onto that?
Oh, Jens Sievert was actually just an interim manager. Oh, that's a shame.
Channel content. How do I? Get shareable link. Well, that's helpful. No. So if I go. Right, there we go. View stream. Yay, there we go.
Hey.
So I've got it as it's not live yet, but I know that I can get in gallery view, so it's got both of us. Or
Terrific.
if I do speaker view, I'll do what we normally do in our videos.
You do what you want, Jamie.
All right. The good thing is, what I'm thinking is, whenever there's a goal, I can edit the title so that I can go Monchengladbach 1, Bayern Munich 0.
That's good. Actually, that's good.
Yeah, I've noticed because other channels, there's a lot of fan channels out there that do watch songs a lot better than what we'll do tonight, but they don't do it on Zoom, for example. But what they'll do is that they normally they clearly put the scoreline in the title, and they just put live and all that. So let me go get my whiskey and Coke, and then we can start the live stream.
And I've got my beer.
Got your beer, perfect. Right, I'll be right back. I forgot my whiskey.
Fantastic.
My whiskey.
I love it. You must have noticed that in the Bundesliga, before the match, they had these big I didn't think you're a whiskey man, Jamie.
Hasn't kicked off, has it?
No, we're nearly there. I'm in the tunnel now. I didn't think you were a whiskey man, Jamie.
To be honest, I if people get me it, I would love it.
I've got a few bottles at home.
Oh, you have to send me some.
I got rat-ass one night, and I just ordered online some whiskies, and there's about 300 or so quid for 4 bottles or 5 bottles.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's brilliant. Right, we are going live now. Perfect.
Fantastic.
Right, so what I'll do is I'll just start sharing the links on social media, and then that's us done, and then we can watch the game.
Yeah.
If anyone joins us, people join us, but we'll see.
So you're doing it live on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
From our channel.
It's not up yet.
Is it not? Might be.
There we are.
Hey! There we go.
I'm gonna turn the volume off, otherwise we're gonna get feedback.
I'll get the game on my phone. It's on BT Sport 3. It's good because if Liverpool United might be good next week.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Depends on the time, of course. but I'm up for that.
All right, so
remember the reverse fixture, this one, where Gladbach came back to win it. So they won 2-1.
So
yeah, the exact same one, 2-1. But then now it's Bayern who are the comeback kings.
Yes.
So I thought it was great seeing that in the past 8 Bundesliga matches, Bayern have been behind.
Yeah.
So Bayern haven't had a match where they're not behind since they played against Cologne, which is ages ago in October.
That was October.
They won 2-1. They still conceded, but every match since they've been behind. So it seems like that. Oh, it should be the other way around this time, shouldn't it?
Exactly.
Monchengladbach to go ahead, and then Bayern Munich to come back and win. Is that what we can expect? Go on, we've got to have some predictions, Jamie. Because...
I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win from Bayern. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Mönchengladbach went ahead, but Bayern Munich, I agree with what you've said in the past, Seb, where they're getting a bit lucky, as in they're starting to. I mean, they've got the team to win matches. They always do.
They've got the players,
but it's the age of some of them, and I think I love Muller. I'd love to see Muller play forever, but there's been moments from him where he doesn't.
Questionable.
He's invisible, and I've kind of. That's just how I feel about him. I love him. I love Muller. I think he's great. And Neuer as well. I agree with what you said as well the other day. Neuer makes mistakes.
There's one thing about Neuer. You've got to love him because he's got an arrogance, but that only bodes well once you, how would I say it? If you're the best, like he was last season, in my opinion. This season, I had an argument with someone on Twitter, and it was brilliant because they said Neuer is without doubt the best in the world. I was saying there's Oblak. He was like, Neuer has made no errors this season. I was like, there's a whole load. Hoffenheim, he made 2. In that Champions League, there was a match against Moscow where they conceded 2 goals. You could save both. He made a mistake against Stuttgart and Leipzig. Oh, that was horrible. Where he came out of goal just to not meet the ball. Yeah, multiple errors from Neuer, and he's got to improve.
I mean, if anyone is watching, we did have 2 people watching us, but welcome to our live stream. And this is, of course, a watch along of the Bundesliga Friday night football between Borussia Monchengladbach and Bayern Munchen. And it's such a shame, Seb, that just seeing the shot there of the game being kicked off.
We love that stadium, don't we?
We love that stadium, but seeing it empty is so depressing.
We've got it on us.
We've both, if people are wondering, we're both wearing shirts that we actually got from the shop. Actually, the little store outside the ground. So we actually can say we bought this shirt from the actual place and not, from Vietnam.
It reminds me of also the day before when we were at Hertha Berlin Stadium, and we decided to get a shitload of Jurgen Klinsmann posters because it was his first match in charge. I had about 4 of those posters of him just in A3, just hanging up, and people who came into my room were curious as to why this weird man his face was just on my wall. It's like, it's Klinsmann. It's Jurgen Klinsmann. You gotta know. You gotta know to know.
I'm good.
And the way he left as well.
Mine.
And the way he left as well via
How
Facebook.
Many games did he even have?
I'm not too sure.
It was like I mean, obviously it was a short term, but it was. I actually completely forgot he was the manager on our first game we went to.
Yeah. I think we were more starstruck by the fact there was players like Jadon Sancho there out on the pitch, and apparently there was a moment where Jurgen Klinsmann in that first match was just I think he was taking a selfie and he accidentally put an Adidas brand thing in and Hertha Berlin a Nike or Puma or something, and he got into trouble after the first match because he showed the rival brand.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Bayern are going for it on the front foot here. They're pressing quite high. Muller's really stringing into the game. Davies is starting as well, which is good to see.
Yeah, because Davies has had. Did he have an injury recently, or
he had an injury? Yeah, but he's been coming back slowly. I mean, he was back for the Champions League last game. So,
I mean, Alphonso Davies is just awesome.
There is something about him, isn't there? It's just, you can't hate.
Well, it's the surname, I mean, who doesn't love the surname? I mean, it's just a beautiful surname,
We've got to have subtitles saying that this is Jamie Davies here. Just so you know.
Actually, I think our names are listed on the video. I'm not sure. Hope so.
They are. They absolutely are. Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Well, good.
I hope
I
that's
mean,
Kimmich. No.
Hoffman's down. Yeah, worrying
Yeah.
because the injuries and the suspensions are slowly getting to Mönchengladbach. Oh, Pavard.
I think it's funny, isn't it, though? We wouldn't normally be talking about Bundesliga at this time of the year. It's normally a winter break. That's about, what, 4 weeks? 3 weeks?
They have not 4 weeks. I think it's a bit less, but it depends. Yeah,
I bet it was
they
a bit.
had 1 week, and so they had a week and a half, I think.
I bet they had all sorts of players like waking up on New Year's Day thinking, "Oh crap, I can't be hungover this year."
Well, this is the first game back, so I think they're okay. 8 days to recover was. Oh wait, no, it's the second.
I know they played last week.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what am I saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
We got. I think we've got to mention Alaba.
Yeah, because he's been linked to leave in the summer, isn't he?
Well, it's always the case when you don't sign a contract. I'm
exactly.
baffled by it because I'm reading reports that he wants to be earning. Okay, this is a quote from a Bavarian journal, whatever you want to call it. He'll be earning at least 12 million a year with potential bonuses in excess of 30 million euros.
Wow.
That would make him the top earner at Real Madrid if he gets what he wants.
That's just ridiculous.
And that's why this same article was saying that's why it would create unrest, because I don't know if you know, but Ramos is currently not getting the deal he wants at Real Madrid. He's a free agent.
Yes, and he could be a free transfer.
It won't happen, but just to say, if Ramos signs an extension, gets the 2 or 3 years that he wants, and then Alaba comes in, who's not that much younger, I think about 5 years younger.
Yeah.
And then comes in and gets a lucrative deal, that doesn't bode well. I just don't think.
No.
Sané's tracking back, and I'm quite shocked to say it.
I just don't like seeing it empty. It should be fans. There should be that cheesy graphic that they have on the screen when someone gets booked, and it's just that
I was quite disappointed before this match. I got to the game too. I got to the viewing of the game too late, and it has the big players on the pitch usually.
Yeah.
Have you just changed the view?
I have. I've changed it to
I
speaker view.
saw it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I thought I'd give it a go, and it looks as though both views work.
Oh, they do. Yeah, of course they do. Yeah. I reckon I didn't give my prediction in this game. I think it's...
No, you didn't. You put me in it and you left me.
I think it's going to be 4-2 to Bayern.
I'll tell you what, in all fairness, I hope you're wrong, but...
I hope I'm wrong.
At least there'll be goals.
Yeah.
Pavard again. Pavard has got to be one of the most overrated players I've ever seen.
He's along the lines of like Eric Dyer scoring a goal in a major international competition. You know, in that bracket, Eric Dyer scored that goal against Russia in 2016. That was the reference I was making. I think Pavard's was bigger, to be fair to him.
We got Luke Tanner joining in. He says, "Hi lads, hello Luke."
Hello Luke. Hope
you're well. And as you can see, Luke, we didn't tell you, but yeah, we're doing a live stream and we're testing it out.
We were moonlighting.
Let us know what you think.
It was our
Let us know about picture quality and everything.
It was our attempt to moonlight Jamie.
Or moonwalk, but I can't be bothered tonight.
I hope you don't need more Jamie, otherwise
I'm sorted. I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
That dad joining in a live stream, he doesn't know.
Looks a bit uneventful for the moment, bit sloppy.
Nah, they're getting their own, I guess.
So Sané's pressing quite high up, and I don't know why, but Sommer, every time he's received the ball, it's taken a touch too many, and it's just made me so uneasy.
We were talking, weren't we, earlier, Seb, about Sommer? If because I think he's a decent goalkeeper.
I think he is as well. I think he is, but
we were talking about I'm not saying there's any interest from the Premier League, but what if he was in the Premier League? Would he be good? I don't know. You weren't so sure. I remember you were saying.
This is just speculative doubt. So I said that Sommer is probably too small for the Premier League. A lot of crosses coming in and probably can't reassert his 16-yard box. That's just speculation, though. It could be completely wrong because if you play for a team that doesn't receive many crosses, then I'm ready to be wrong. But yeah, his height is definitely a disadvantage. He's about 1 meter 81, which would be easily the smallest goalkeeper in the Premier League, easily. So yeah, and then when you see the smallest ones in the Premier League, who are about 1 meter 88, their biggest problems usually dealing with crosses or high balls in the box. So
yeah, and
it's not easy if you're small. If you're small and you're not as strong as the others, it's never easy.
No,
and that's why Courtois was probably made for the Premier League. Tall goalkeeper, actually can command his 16-yard box. But yeah,
I think I'd like to see him, but I mean, how old is he now? Sommer, 31, 32?
He's 31, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
He's
when
32,
I last checked,
sorry, he's 32
30.
because his birthday's in December.
There we go. Yeah, I love it how you remember that. I always forget their
I've
birthdays.
got it up in front of me. I've got it on the list in front of me.
Oh, you could have taken the credit there.
I could, but it's dishonest.
To be honest, the only one I remember is
I find it weird Douglas Costa playing for Bayern Munich. I thought that train had passed, but then obviously came back again this summer.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously been at Bayern Munich and he's back again, and it's also shocking to see him starting now. He could have been so useful for Juventus, but I don't know. Pirlo's trusting the youth.
What do you think of Pirlo so far?
Well,
the favourites to win the league, you said on our channel the other day.
I said they've got to be without doubt. And they've got so many match winners. That's the thing. Chiesa.
Oh, what a ball.
Oh, Sané did well there to get past the defence. And what minutes are you at, just to be clear?
I'm on 9-10.
I'm on 10. Sorry.
Oh, God, you're miles ahead.
Just a bit ahead. You'll see Sané do something nice here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And obviously Neuer.
Don't worry if you celebrate before me. Don't worry about that.
Neuer just dribbling past the player there in his own 6-yard box, not doing the cutback, the Cruyff turn.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, Sané's doing well. He's getting on the ball, running back, tracking back, quite good. Yeah, as I was saying, Juventus have got to be the favourites because they've got match winners, and even just seeing Chiesa recently, he can be a match winner. It started becoming a war between Theo Hernandez and Chiesa, and then the first half, Theo Hernandez was just getting into him, and it looked like it'd be a long night for Juventus with AC Milan pressing them high.
Yeah.
And then Juventus, it was almost as if we don't concede a goal, we can get comfortable to this game. When they got the second, you knew Juventus were winning, and that's when you know they're champions. You know that they've won the match. It's a bit sad to say.
But it's good to see AC Milan back up there, isn't it?
But they had a chance to go 4 points clear because Inter lost that same day against Crotone, I think it was. Yeah. So they had a chance to go 4 points clear, but they never really looked like endangering Juventus. Oh, and a good cross in from Kimmich. But so there's Sommer actually showing his authority in the 16-yard box because it completely contradicts my earlier point.
It's because they heard you.
And Neuer has taken a big risk there coming out. You'll see it.
Ooh. I remember, I think it was World Cup 2014, and I think it was Germany versus Algeria. And I remember Neuer I think that was kind of the highlight of his career of him being a sweeper keeper, because that was when I wouldn't say first noticed it, but I'd say it was kind of the birth for world football of sweeper keeper in my eyes.
Can I just, I know everyone says it's the birth of the sweeper keeper. I want to contradict that and say it wasn't for me. It was the same period, but I thought Hugo Lloris was one of the first sweeper keepers, and Tim Sherwood really encouraged him to just come out his goal. And we all know Tim Sherwood's a bit of a maverick tactically, so it all made sense. And
I've just seen him now. Oh, he went really far out.
Yeah, but he does that. That's what Neuer does.
Yeah,
and but it's so surprising.
But I remember against Algeria, though, I watched the game. It was a late game as well because it's in Brazil. They're a few hours behind, so it was about 11 o'clock in England until the kickoff. Mm-hmm. And I remember Neuer just coming out now and again, and there was moments where Algeria nearly scored 2 goals from it. And I was thinking, if Germany go out because of this, whack them low, you haven't really got much to, excuse-wise. It was in your hands in a way.
So let's not forget as well, in his last game one of his last Champions League game for Schalke, I think it was, against Inter Milan, where The
Oh
year that
yeah,
Inter Milan won the Champions League,
Lankovic.
and he just completely comes out the goal nearly on the halfway line. It was almost
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? You've agreed
Yeah.
to go to Bayern. Why are you putting yourself out there as so irresponsible, especially for a young goalkeeper at that time? But then that's just his game.
But
And
what
I
I
think
loved
it's
about
also
and Schalke won that game, didn't they? They won that. They won that.
no, that
They
was the
got to
second game that they lost. The second game that they lost, I think.
No, I think they got to the semis that year because they've played United in the semis.
Okay, maybe
I
I'm
might
getting
be
it
wrong.
wrong. I thought it
I
was
might
Inter
be
in the
wrong.
year that Inter won the trophy. I could be wrong as
Okay.
well.
You're
You might
always
be right,
wrong.
you might-
I mean,
Well, it's just how wrong am I? But it's also really fascinating now that just to come on to Schalke as well, they're getting a record in the Bundesliga for most games without a win, and Alaba gives the wall away cheaply there.
What has happened to Schalke? I mean, Schalke, it was literally on the same weekend as when we went to see Monchengladbach play Freiburg 2 days before.
That was
Schalke,
the last win. That was the last win.
Was it?
I think it was their last win, wasn't
really?
it?
Do you think we're a curse or something? I'd love it if it is. I'd love
brilliant.
You're gonna have to check this.
I'm gonna have to, yeah. I'm gonna have to
because I remember
research.
Because they won the game. I mean, it was one of those typical 1-1 games.
It was a 2-1, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a typical, both teams played well, but then Schalke got the goal that mattered, and they were like top 6, top 4, something like that. It was proper.
Well, they were contenders, yeah. They were contenders.
Yeah, they were contenders,
and everyone was thinking David Wagner's really turned it round, hasn't he?
Yeah, and
Lewandowski nearly plays in the good ball for Müller there.
Oof. Of course, Lewandowski.
But have you seen there's a team that protest outside of Schalke called, I think it's the Tasmanian Berlin Tasmania or something. I can't remember. I could be wrong, but it's Tasmania something. And they have the record for the most amount of Bundesliga games without victory. It was about 31 or something. The next match, if Schalke don't win, then they'll have the record. But before that, it was Tasmania, Berlin, or I don't know what. They have the all-time record. Schalke are close to getting the all-time record now. And the fans of this team were protesting outside of Schalke the other day so that they'd win a match. They're proud of their defeat record, this Tasmanian club, because apparently there are a bunch of amateurs that were in the Bundesliga. So they take pride from a record that is, that makes them noticed.
Yeah.
And Schalke are on the verge of breaking this. And it's sad. It's almost a shame because Schalke they were the next best thing. I mean, certain players like Gladbach, I don't know, they were supposed to be the up and coming team. Yeah, it's a bit madness.
I mean, David Wagner, he got sacked, didn't he, at the end? I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
No, he got sacked this season.
Yeah.
So he had to play as that he didn't want in the squad anymore.
They've got so much finance problems, haven't they? I mean, it's
but so many German clubs are actually running the limits on their finances. So it's
now is this because maybe when you look at the Premier League, obviously it's not like the way Bundesliga is run, where it's 51% fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess when we're having a pandemic, that doesn't really work out very well for German clubs.
Obviously not, no. But
I mean, we love it, but sadly, right now, when there's no fans, it's not.
I mean, German revenue on the gate revenue is not. I can't imagine it to be as big as in Great Britain, for instance, because it's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
But then again, you do look at Monchengladbach.
And they're big stadiums.
But that's the thing where they compensate, maybe, because it's a big stadium. They can afford. I mean, Monchengladbach is 60,000 seats, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, which you wouldn't have thought when you actually go in there. It's. I'm not saying it's not a big stadium, but the structure just doesn't look like that kind of number. But then, of course, you go to Hertha Berlin, where it's the Olympic Stadium. It's probably the biggest stadium in Germany.
I didn't like the Olympic Stadium. It didn't do it for me.
I know what you mean.
I understand West Ham shouts.
Yeah.
It's stupid to say, but I get it now. I absolutely get it.
Yeah, because we were quite far out, but even so, I feel like any seat in there does feel like you're far out, and I enjoyed the experience. I was glad to tick it because it was the one stadium I've always wanted to be at. But I think it's just because I look at it on TV and it looks glorious. But when you're actually there,
there's something there. I mean, this is the stadium that Hitler went to.
Yeah. This is when they hosted the Olympics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In 1936, I might be wrong.
It could be. I can't say the
It
year.
was a few years before World War II. Well, before Hitler killed himself, anyway. But yeah.
Ooh, Bayern Munich could have had a penalty shout there. I think they're looking at VAR.
Yeah, they are. I'm seeing it here as well.
Yeah, this looks like it does.
Oh,
hit his hand.
he's grabbed his arse. I thought he grabbed his arse. I thought he was checking his prostate.
Oh, Jamie. No, he's going.
Oh, it's a handball,
he's going to
surely.
the screen. Yeah, that's a handball.
Oh, no. If he's going
not
to
for
the screen,
Neuhaus.
that's not good.
Not for Neuhaus. We all know. If you know me, then you know that I always mention how good Neuhaus is.
Yeah. I quite like the Mönchengladbach shirt this year. It's not as good as this one, obviously, but I quite like this one.
The black one, complete black one, where everything is just black. The homage to I think it's 25 years of Mönchengladbach.
Oh, really?
Gorgeous. They played against Leipzig with it, and it was a stunning kit, and almost worth it. It's just everything in black except the logos were in black, but in a more slick.
They were
a
they
shiny
had like a
shiny texture, so you could see that it was there, but it's still just from a distance. It all just looks black.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's given here. He's given a penalty.
He's
given a penalty. He's given a penalty.
Is he giving it?
He's given a penalty. Yeah. Yeah, it is a penalty. His arm is away from it, and he does go into it.
Sadly, that's when VAR is an enemy to you because it's just you're not going to hide away from that.
But we can't complain about it.
No, we can't. We can't. In all fairness, though, Bundesliga though they do VAR a lot better than they do in the Premier League.
So it's a chance for Lewandowski to get his 20th goal in the Bundesliga this season. That's mad. So he's only missed one out of his 10 penalties this season. So let's see what he does with it.
I love it when the players follow the referee over to watch it, even though they're not supposed to.
Yeah. He scored it. Lewandowski makes it 1-0. I don't know why, but on my app it said that he missed it, which made me believe a bit.
Actually, that's worrying because I work for a company that does the live scoring. So someone's put that in wrong.
I'm not saying anything more. But yeah, it's calm penalty. Sommer, if he did stop it, would have had to retake it because he jumped off his line. Way off his line.
Yeah.
I guess with the penalties now, because of the rule, you've basically got to just welly it down the middle, and if the goalkeeper stops it, he most likely has had his feet.
I tell you what, Sommer looks like a midget, doesn't he? Sometimes when you see him to that goal,
he is small.
that was probably one of the easiest penalties I'll ever score.
I don't know why, but I've got a beer, you've got a whiskey, and we really should have been drinking Somersby.
Cider at this time of year. That doesn't seem right.
The pun. So, it's not been exactly deserved. Bayern have got into the box a few times, but Mönchengladbach are really defending tight. They're really just pushing Bayern out wide, which Sané does not have the discipline to notice. Because if you say to Sané, well, if you imply Sané, there's the space out wide, exploit it. Sané will be like, I think I'll have to go through the middle. He's the least intelligent footballer. Oh, and what a good crossing. And Zakaria just missed it. And
guess what I've just done, Seb? I've updated the score. It's quite incredible. Are you proud of me?
It's 1-0. Oh, you've upstayed. Of course.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to understand where you were going at with that.
To anyone who is watching, the lineup is in the description, and I've actually updated who just scored.
So we're talking about Jan Sommer. He's a goalkeeper who's not even 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
He's 5'11" inches, and we're going to go into the imperial system rather than the metric. For all our
prefer that system.
For all our British and American viewers. Well, I prefer the metric because and Muller's just received a hand in the face.
Oh, I've just seen the cross. Oh.
It's so close, isn't it?
Oh.
So
I haven't. Of course, there is other games going on tonight, and I must put those scores up on my web browser just so I know what's going on. Oh, Liverpool already 1-0 up.
yeah. Against the under 23s.
Oh God, I've just seen the line. I've only just seen the lineups, and Liverpool. Wow, yeah, they're clearly going to go for it. Salah, Mane, and Minamino up front. Henderson's involved, Wijnaldum, Fabinho.
I like the fact they've just
Yeah.
gone to Oliver Kahn, who's in the stands, and he's wearing one of those masks that you wear on a construction site and not in a.
What, you mean like
earthly
this
hole.
one? Hang on. I've got one here.
The ones that have the thicker for the dust.
Like, yeah, this.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
Love it.
And,
this isn't even mine. My mate left this at a pub, so I brought it back with me.
and Neuhaus just let the ball go again and just giving away possession cheaply. It almost looks like this is just what Bayern need in the first half to make it their match. Just get that goal. And I was questioning Zakaria in defence from the beginning. He's not playing in defence. The team sheet said 3 at the back and Zakaria at centre back, the deepest lying centre back. He is not at all in that position. They're playing a 5-3-2 or something like that, and Zakaria is probably the highest midfielder in there.
If I was Flick, I'd be petrified looking above me, though. Seeing Oliver Kahn giving you that biting gesture of just going, oh, shit, I better win tonight.
And that's a great intervening tackle from Zakaria, of all people.
I'll be honest. I've seen Kahn interviewed like on documentaries since he retired. He seems like an all right bloke, but my God,
he's
what
ruthless.
a dickhead on the pitch. Yeah, he was a dickhead.
Muller puts a cross in for Lewandowski, and Lewandowski puts it well over. Still getting the chances. They know how to stretch Monchengladbach now.
Yeah,
it was quite obvious they were staying tight, so just get out wide. Muller's understood it now.
Has Kimmich changed his shirt number this season?
To the 6, yep.
Yeah, because he was 66.
He was 32.
Oh, sorry. How did I get that?
You were thinking of Alexander Arnold.
No, I was thinking of England 1966.
Of course.
I don't think of Liverpool.
Everyone knows what I think about Kimmich, the best midfielder in the world.
I'm 50% agreeing with you. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of someone who competes with that, though, at the moment in terms of consistency.
I know who you got in mind, and you're just scared to say it. Yeah, you're just scared.
Yeah.
And that's a fair shout. That's fair enough, honestly.
But Kimmich has won everything this year. Well,
yeah, but when people put Thiago ahead of him, I'm sorry, but no.
No, Thiago. I mean, Bayern Munich would have won the Champions League with or without Thiago. This whole debate.
He played well in the semi-final and the final. Let's not that he was man of the match.
Yeah, but
it wasn't for nothing.
They were going to do it.
Who put the ball in for Coman?
Yeah,
and
good
it's
point.
2-0. It's 2-0, and Goretzka's got a goal from outside the box.
No. The comeback kings, Mönchengladbach. Come on.
Yeah, Goretzka's got a goal 26th minute.
In a way, though, Seb, this is when you really do miss the fans, because this is a big occasion for Mönchengladbach. The fans, I'm not saying it would have changed anything, but it would have certainly, they would have been the 12th man. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, obviously. And in that stadium, it's lively. But again, a ball that goes to Neuhaus, and it's Goretzka who intervenes. Sané plays the 1-2, and then he tries pulling the defender away, Sané, but then Goretzka just takes the shot outside the box. Sommer should do better. It's at his near post. But Goretzka does well. Oh, it maybe hits his arm, but that's just the top of the sleeve, Goretzka, when he intercepts there. You can question that.
The goal's coming up. Yeah. Good finish.
It's a good finish, but Sommer wouldn't want to get beaten at his near post.
Oh dear.
Oh, and it's even quite close to him. He should be disappointed there, Sommer.
Do you remember that Perisic goal against Sommer last season? When he did the turn and then it was a half volley, and Sommer kind of was committing to his left, but instead it was going to his right.
But this is the thing about a small goalkeeper, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's in the air as well, so it's like it's out of his control. This is what I mean by I think Sommer's one of those. He reminds me of Oscar Perez from Mexico, where small goalkeeper, but he does enough to be a professional in a weird way, as in. He's capable, but there are going to be cons if you sign him.
Yeah, you get what you get, almost.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
And that's a fantastic pass from Neuhaus in behind. And it's Hofmann on the end of it. Oh, and they're shouting for a handball there.
Oh, not another one.
Pavard is shouting. No, a handball from Pavard. I don't think it'll be given. It looks like it hits his head. But it's a good pass in from Neuhaus. Oh, that could be given. Pavard turns away and puts his elbow into the ball. It's within his silhouette, but he definitely gets his elbow up like that in some way. Oops.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give it. It's too much. I'd like to see that given, but that's my non-objective opinion. Let's just say.
Of course, there's some good FA Cup games this weekend. You got Chorley playing against Derby, but the big one really is I was watching the news before, Seb, and it was
a shot right at Neuer, the header.
And it was Marine versus Spurs on Sunday, and obviously with the ground being closed for it, which is a real shame because it's such a big occasion. Marine are like 160 odd places below, 162 places below Tottenham. I mean,
it's the biggest gap, isn't it? Or not gap.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. But there's a few houses that are next to the ground, and they interviewed them all, and they said, "Yeah, I'll be watching from a shed." And then they said, "Our neighbour has a tree. He'll be watching from its tree." It's like, oh, look, the FA Cup at its best. I know FA Cup's not what it used to be to some people, but it's still a beautiful competition.
In some ways, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of the FA Cup. I won't watch the FA Cup. That's just me. I know
what you mean. I feel if it wasn't for me supporting Man United, I don't think I'd care that much. At the end of the day, it's still a trophy. But it's funny. In the 2000s, I thought the FA Cup was massive still. But then somehow, out of nowhere, I think because there's been more money in football, it's kind of gone off, really. I feel like the FA themselves...
It's not worth the prize money for top teams.
Exactly. It's just, to me, it's not the money, it's the trophy history. As in,
a team like... a shot away there.
A team like Spurs would take it because they don't win trophies, let's be honest. Or Leicester, the shot there, no good. Straight to Neuer. But yeah, it's
you're
just...
at that point. How many minutes are you at, Jamie?
I'm at 29:14. Let me end my stream. Oh God! Let me end my stream and see if I can actually get anywhere near. The problem is I've got one of those streams, if you know what I mean, where you are going to be a few seconds behind.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I won't say it, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Slow broadband.
Yeah, exactly that. BT, you bastards. Let me try it again. I'm not having much faith.
Sané gets a shot away there, and it looks like he handles it, but does well to stay on side. But he takes it down with his arm. Not a free kick given, but doesn't really matter because Monchengladbach has still got the ball.
Let's try.
So yeah, there's also Kramer, who's just trying to sit in front of that defense, and it looks like he might be that third centre back at some points.
Yeah,
they're trying to have three centre backs. Oh, that's a on the ground cross from Lewandowski. Just doesn't get to the player. Pavard commits a foul. Wow, let's be shocked about that.
No, where are you?
We've got our group chat, of course. Let's talk sport. I don't think Klopp wants momentum for the United. I think Klopp wants momentum for the United game. Scored by half time, 4-0. But that's our dear friend Luke, who let's just say
he doesn't like Liverpool.
Objectivity is when it comes to Liverpool is not on his agenda. But they're doing the right things, Mönchengladbach, to put Bayern Munich in danger. Getting the balls in behind. It's just that the balls in behind are not good. The only decent one I've seen so far is that one from Neuhaus that got to Hofmann. And then they got a corner from it. But if not, or they could have got a penalty because Pavard went like that. But
what minute are you on?
32-14.
Damn it, I'm on 31-30.
It does not matter. It does not matter. Jamie.
Nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Myself. No, it's all right.
And
unless you want to go a few seconds back, is there a way you can do that? I can't.
Not too much. I'll find a way. I'll just stop it and just play it when it gets back. But then there's also how do I say it? Bensebaini. Yeah. Who he's got the 2 goals in this reverse fixture.
He did, and the header was great.
I'm not usually impressed by him. That's the thing.
No, I know what you mean, because I said that to you during one of those Champions League games. I asked you I asked
I
you for
wasn't
your opinion.
impressed. I wasn't impressed. Despite him getting accolades for multiple different reasons, I still am not impressed with him. I think he gives the ball away too easily and cheaply.
It was weird because in that game in the reverse fixture, it was that was only his 5th game.
So what minute are you at, Jamie? Tell me when you're at 32:30. That way I can start up again.
Oh, I'm on it now. Yeah, just on it now.
Oh, shit.
32, 35, 32,
It's automatically
36.
gone live again. That's not good for me.
Oh, has it? Oh, I thought I thought you might add those like on-demand kind of things where you can.
Yeah, it's weird
kind
when I'm streaming it on. It's not the greatest of. I do pay for my football, but it's not.
What are you trying to say, Seb?
Intuitive apps that exists. There's a button that says bring it to live session, and I paused it just to try and make it delay it, but it wouldn't work. I'm at 33:50.
Damn it.
But they're getting high up the field, Monchengladbach. They're doing it. Just whether they're going to do it well enough. They've not got a lot of options when they're trying to play out from the back end of the defense.
I think Mönchengladbach this season, they're in the Champions League, aren't they? In the last 16.
Yeah, of course they are, and they're going to be playing Manchester City.
I'll love it if Glad win that. I'll be wearing my shirt that night.
So there's an advantage probably to Mönchengladbach. Usually, we know Manchester City, particularly from last season, as soon as you go ahead, Manchester City aren't going to get anything from the game. That's usually how it was. Whereas Mönchengladbach this season, the points that they dropped in the Champions League were from winning positions. They were winning against Inter Milan. They were winning against Real Madrid, and then they drew those 2 matches just that I'm referring to. So if they get the lead, then maybe it'll be good. Oh, and that's a good chance. And it's 2-1. It's
2-1. Oh,
and that's Hofmann with a great goal.
It's
the thing. The ball's in behind. They've got to be good. And this one particularly was a very good ball. I can't see who it was. Hofmann got the goal, but I can't see who put the low pass in. And it looked like Embolo, who looked offside, was going to take the ball, but Hofmann went on it. And also, I think it's Neuhaus who got it in. The little darling Neuhaus. It is. It's Neuhaus. Oh no! Wait, no!
Your favorite player?
I'm wrong. I'm absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. It's
good finish. Good finish.
That looks like Stindl who got it in behind.
I think it is Stindl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a game! 4-2. You said it could be
2-1 each half, and we're getting there. So yeah, Hofmann, who hasn't had the best of the seasons. Well, goal scoring season. Actually, that's wrong. 2 goals in 8 games is not bad. He's not usually a goal scorer.
I was going to say.
He's not usually a goal scorer, but I'd say that he hasn't had the best of seasons.
Wait, we need to play the song. Dub, 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 dub. Because no one else is singing it.
Now Bayern don't look very comfortable while carrying the ball.
But I watched a bit of the Mainz game last week.
Sloppy ball.
And Mainz were 2-0. Mainz were 2-0 up in that game. And it's just like,
you get the ball in behind, you'll get chances against Bayern. And that was an awful clearance from Elvedi. The ball comes in the box from a Bayern player, and he just skews it. It goes way over his own bar, but it goes backwards, so it's still scary. It's brilliant. But yeah, you're saying about Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's just it's their defense for me.
Of course,
it's my defense for me. I don't. There's nothing there for me.
And that's why Alaba doesn't deserve that much money. I mean, and he isn't a rock. He's not the solution to Bayern Munich. No, not to Bayern Munich, to Real Madrid. If Ramos isn't there, it's not going to be Alaba that plays next to Varane, and you're going to be reassured. Oh, and Sané takes a shot outside the box, and Sommer should probably catch that, but because he's small, he can only parry it to the side of him.
Neuer in slow motion is hilarious.
Yeah, I like the meme I think it's Jamie Bergwijn, one of our friends. Jamie, if you're watching, all right there. You shared a meme saying, there's not a goal going in when you see these players on the pitch. And one of Neuer, I was like, you haven't seen Bayern, have you? They're notorious for letting in goals. Just to sum it up a bit, the team that are second, Leipzig, they could go, well, they can't go first. They're 5 points behind if Bayern win, but they're in the title race. They're not exactly they're known for their attacking prowess, but this season they've only scored 25 goals in 14 games, and they've only conceded 9. Bayern Munich, who are first, have conceded 22.
That's and funny enough, normally teams who win a league don't even concede more than 20.
Usually, but
Usually,
it depends on the season. It depends on the circumstances.
I do think
this
we're having
a particular season. We're having a weird season. And
we are having I mean, all Serie A, Bundesliga, Premier League definitely are having weird seasons for me.
Douglas Costa's really struggling with Zakaria when Zakaria gets onto him.
He is.
But yeah, if you're saying it's Serie A and all leagues, even League One, there's a title race on. Sommer takes that extra touch and he worries me so much.
Well, that's what I always find with De Gea for United or Maguire when they do extra touches. It's like, no, just boot it.
So Neuhaus spreads the ball quite well there. Oh no!
No!
They were so close. Neuhaus gets a ball in the cross field and the cross comes in. I can't see who it was. A cross in the box, pretty weak, but he managed to just about get around Neuer. And then he tries bringing it back and it just misses the pass. It was such a good chance. And then Bayern obviously counter-attack on the other side. But Sané, poor pass into the Douglas Costa. So it just looks like sterile possession at this point. It does. You know when the chance is gone.
Yeah. Oh!
You've seen it now, yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a great pass.
He's already straight away regretted it.
Neuhaus again. That pass from Neuhaus. And Stindl getting the crossing, but it was a shit cross. And then Hofmann does well, but just the pass back.
Oh, Sané, what was that? The pass was just a bit. You see
this sort of thing where Alaba does well to intercept in the 16-yard box there. He does that well. He's a great interceptor. Is that actually no? I actually think that is the perfect kind of partner for Varane if Ramos is not there. So I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, Ramos is
the guy who'll go for the ball. Just he's the one who intercepts like that as well.
He's hard to hate. He's so hard to hate. Like, I know people don't like him, but I think he does it on purpose. He's like Roy Keane. He wants to be in your skin at a game. It's the perfect mentality you want as a defender.
Perfect. I don't know. I think they're.
Well, I mean, like what he did to Salah and all. I mean, I don't really give a shit if he did it on purpose. To be honest, it happened. End of. Get on with it.
Well, because you're a Man U fan, that's why you don't.
Yeah, but do you not think? I don't know. Would you know the best way of dislocating a shoulder? I mean, it just seems a bit of a weird thing to know, but
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Vidic once said that I'd rather break my nose or whatever because I can't remember the quote, but it was basically to say I'd rather break my nose to stop a goal going in. Instead, what's the point conceding and not putting? I don't know. I can't remember the quote, but basically what he's saying is that if you don't put in your efforts and it includes sacrifice or doing something that people don't really like. You got to question.
What's the point if you're not going to defend with all your?
Yeah. Like you would. I think if you want to be that defender, that world-class defender, I think you've got to be up for anything, and I mean anything, and that means breaking someone's leg. And I know that sounds horrible, but Roy Keane ended Haaland's career, and if you read his book, he fucking meant it.
Yeah, he meant it, and we don't
need to. He did, yeah, but we don't need to watch it. We don't need to read his book for confirmation. We all know he did it. And I know it sounds a bit wrong what I'm saying, but that's what I want in a player. I want that commitment and I want that loyalty.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't like Roy Keane. I don't.
No, of course
I don't adhere to that sort of childish attitude of.
He's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's like the same for me with Luis Suarez, where he played for Liverpool, but. Like the handball against Ghana was, I mean, my God, everyone hated him. The whole continent of Africa hated him that night for what he did.
So, Gladbach nearly found another through ball into Hoffmann. It was just offside.
This could be a really good
Lewandowski.
game. I know it is, but I mean, like this could be.
When Lewandowski's dropping off, his passes aren't going through, and that was risky from Monchengladbach.
Is there not a way you can pause?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Go on, give it a try. I want to thank one of the guys in the chat, SM, I believe.
SM, yeah.
Because he told me the score at the time and I forgot to change it, and now it's 2-1. So thank you.
We're up to
Joe
date.
Stanley, hello Joe, if you're still there. He says this is new. I must admit, Joe, it's all last minute. We just thought about doing it last minute.
Yep, absolutely. We were.
I literally, like, about an hour
We were
before the
gonna-
stream, I went on YouTube and went, "How do you live stream?"
Yeah, because I became available and I said, "Should we watch it together?" And then we said, "Why don't we just live stream it?" And yeah.
Oh, come on. But yeah, like I look at Suarez when he did the handball against Ghana, and I just think, yeah, wrong, cheat, should have gone in, Ghana should have gone through. But then it's like, when you look at it from the Suarez perspective, you just think, as a manager, thank you for doing it.
In some weird way.
In a weird way, it's at the end of the day, you can at least say Suarez did it for the team in a weird way, and it's
you can interpret how you want. He wants to win that match, and that's really what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
and
an
South
odd thing to
Americans
say, but
South Americans hate defeat. It's simple. I mean, no one likes defeat, but they've.
I like the way you thought. It was almost implied that this European mentality is, defeat is quite cool.
Yeah, we don't mind a defeat.
What minute you at, Jamie?
I'm at 43:57.
I'm at 43:16.
Oh, no, I'm ahead of you. I'm at 44:10.
Oh wow, you're a minute ahead now. That's not going to do.
See if you can even stay on that clock, anyways, and see if it doesn't automatically put you live.
What minute did you say, Jamie?
I'm on 44:25.
Okay.
44:28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 38.
44:25. Is that good enough for you?
Yeah. Awesome. Nice. It's just, oh, hang on. There's a through ball. He's not offside. Go on. He scored. 2-all. Is he offside?
Wait, I'm on 44:40.
I don't know. Is he off? He must be offside. He's not celebrating. Come on, check VAR.
Yeah, he looks offside. He's well offside there.
I don't think he. I tell you what, it's incredibly close. Oh, he might just be. As you said, Seb, it's in behind the ball.
And it's Hofmann again.
It's Hofmann again, yeah.
But is that a foul on Kimmich? No, he's not offside. That's not offside, is he?
He's got to check, surely.
I mean, Sula really mistimes his run.
He's got to check.
And that's a pass from Stindl again. That's another assist from Stindl.
I don't think he's offside.
I don't
think he is.
If
he
he's
was
offside, it's his knee.
quicker,
It's his knee. It's offside.
The referee's checked. I don't think he's given it. Oh.
It's so tight. It's so tight. And the only angle.
No offside, it's a goal! It's a goal! Yes! 2-all! What a game!
That's it, yeah. That's.
Oh, we should do this more often.
Yeah.
2-all.
Oh God, I didn't expect that. As soon as
score.
Bayern went 1-0 ahead, I thought this was over. But then again, they've had the VAR that goes in against them, if you want to say, for the handball on Neuhaus. But Kimmich probably gets fouled there. Then Stindl gets the ball from him, then sees Hofmann. Yeah, it's Sula's toe that keeps him onside. But it's Hoffman's knee that's nearly offside.
What a game this is. I mean, especially for Monchengladbach. I've actually put a little headline in our title. I've put Borussia make it 2-2 after going 0-2 down. Had to be put. What a game.
Yeah, there's a comment from the commentator saying, "I can't believe that he went across to see the penalty decision because it's a clear penalty, unfortunately." So what minute are you at? 2 minutes 22.
Yeah, I'm at 2 minutes 49:50.
Yeah, close enough.
Wow. Well, what second half we've got coming up? Well, there's a corner here at the moment, so for Monchengladbach, so it's not over yet. Stoppage time is gone, but they've got one last chance, and I think Bayern Munich are going to. Oh no, the ball's come back in. I think Bayern Munich should get rid of this, and then it will be half time.
Yeah, Kimmich is just when looking back on that goal, he kind of just barges into him as well. He
half time, I think. Oh no, there's a throw in. God damn it.
Yeah.
But Seb, the Bundesliga this season, I mean, even last season, Bundesliga is he's hit it miles over.
It goes way over. Yeah.
What a game! Well, first half, and we're not even finished. So, wow, what a start so far on our live stream. So it's Borussia Monchengladbach 2, Bayern Munich 2, and
Thoughts on the game, Jamie?
Well, what's that? Well, I mean, Bayern Munich 2-0 up. I thought we were going to have a classic Bayern Munich victory, you know, the good old times of Bayern Munich. But Hofmann getting both goals for Mönchengladbach on the 36th and the 45th minute to deny them, well, potentially 3 points. But there's still
45 minutes to play.
But still 45 minutes to play.
It's 2-2, but this is not as a thrilling game as a 2-2.
No,
to be honest.
No, you're right.
We haven't something a bit off about that.
We haven't had end-to-end, have we, really?
Well, the goals have, except for the penalty, maybe, they've all kind of just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
If you think about that Goretzka one, there's some sort of possession from Mönchengladbach, and then they give it away with a long ball, and Goretzka just does all the work and scores. It's weird. And the same with Bayern. It's just sloppy in possession and then suddenly break. Then again, this is the Bundesliga. That's usually what it is. You have to make less errors. You don't have to be as good as the opposition. You have to just make less errors. And
absolutely.
Weirdly enough, a lot make errors against Bayern Munich, despite Bayern making multiple errors during matches. That's usually how they win it.
Quickly looking at the other scores in England in the FA Cup, is Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 1, 35 minutes gone. Mane scoring on the 4th minute against a youth Villa team, which...
Can we just look at the possession stats?
Yeah, let's have a look.
12% possession.
Yeah, I've got here 14% for Villa and Liverpool have 86. Oh my. And look at the shots, 8-1.
I mean, with that much possession, Villa have had a shot. They've off target.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, blocked.
Do you remember?
Still, they've had a shot.
Do you remember? Do you remember the old days when Villa got 7 past Liverpool? You know, I mean,
I think that's why Klopp went full strength tonight, because even the under-23s might have got 2 or 3 against them.
Can you imagine if they did get something tonight? It'd be crazy.
Wolves, they can't.
Wolves all square with Crystal Palace after 31 minutes. But,
37
oh,
minutes.
It's 1-0. Oh,
1-0.
I'm sorry, I've just refreshed.
Adama Traore.
Oh, my God, I hate the bastard. I find it all a bit weird, right? How he's known for the guy who doesn't actually go to the gym. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe him, but look at the body. I mean, it's like, you can't tell me he doesn't do a bit of workouts at home.
It's like an obese person constantly telling you they're on a diet. If we dare say.
That's amazing.
Was that too close to the bone? Okay.
No, I'll accept it.
I don't know. Our viewers made this like that. I apologize to those at the current stage.
So yeah.
But Adama Traore, so this season, at least in the league, no goals, no assists.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got. Has he got more on international level? I don't know, but this is the guy who we said has now perfected his. He's not as wasteful as before. I doubt that.
Yeah.
I have my doubts over that, and there's a reason why Podence and Neto, who barely had an experience at this level, were starting ahead of him. It's just simple. But what do Wolves do now without Raul Jimenez? What are they going to do in the January transfer window? Is this
how long is Jimenez going to be out for?
Well, it depends, because it's also the psychological effect. The neurological effect that it has on his brain, and that's none of us can talk about that. None of us have any idea about what that is. But I did see a neurologist, as I say, on the TV the other week, and he was mentioning that this sort of injury from Jimenez, fractured skull, this much damage, and in hospital for a certain amount of time, he should be sitting out for the rest of the season. He should be. Whether they follow those precautions from a guy who has said that on TV, I don't know. I have no idea. But I would be curious to see. So Wolves have this Fabio Silva up front, and I've mentioned to you a lot about he's probably got some talent, and his movement's not the worst, but he's not good enough for this level. He is definitely not good enough to play in the Premier League, at least now. Or if he continues on this trajectory for the next 2 or 3 years, he's not good enough for the Premier League. Nonetheless, he is paid €86,000 a week. Let that sink in. At the beginning of the season, he was on twice as much as Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez extended his contract, got a big pay boost, but he was on twice as much as Raul Jimenez at the beginning of the season. And
I mean,
no pressure.
How do you justify
but
it?
How can there be no hype? There has to be hype. You have to get hyped around that, and you have to put a certain pressure on. You can't say to him, "Oh, it's good, you tried. At least you got some goals for the under 23s." When you're one of the top owners in the club, that's not, for me, that's not good enough, and that's not good enough business from Wolves either. But now they've also called back. They've called back Morgan White-Gibbs, who could be getting more games from his loan spell, and they've called back Patrick Cutrone from Fiorentina, who could get more game time as well. To be seen. I like Patrick Cutrone. I think he could do something, despite him going 16 games currently in Serie A without a goal.
Is that and still the top goal scorer?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's Ronaldo.
No, you're not.
It's Ronaldo. And Aston Villa have got an equaliser. My
Oh,
God!
No way!
My God! It's the young fella Louis Barry. I can't
That's
believe
amazing.
This.
That's amazing.
Believe this.
Oh, that's amazing. You know what? This is why I'm happy for Villa, though, because it's like the experience the kids will get is just awesome.
This is unreal. I can't believe this.
Oh my God! If they can win tonight, that would be.
I'm actually going to do something, and I'm going to put it on another screen. The match, because
I would.
I think it's. I want to see Joe and Luke's reaction to this. 24 messages on our group. Wow.
WTF from a Liverpool fan, Luke Tanner, which we all know what that means, which is what the fudge. There's a lot of German football on BT Sport this weekend. It's good to know. I don't know about you, Seb, but ever since we had that trip to Germany, I've got so much into Bundesliga. It's crazy.
I'm starting to watch Bundesliga more than and we all know that I have a sweet spot for Serie A, but
oh yeah, you watch a lot of football.
I do, and it's a bit sad. I have my 4 screens on here at the weekend, and while I should be working,
that is not sad. That is not sad. That is beautiful. Anyone out? If your girlfriend, whoever says it's sad, then they don't know life.
Well, I guess, but I have a lot to do during the weekends, and then I pretend that I'm working, but I'm actually just watching football. And then obviously the consequences follow from not having worked enough. Oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
I'm trying to get it up now.
I'm just gonna share the link again so that our folks on social media know that this is happening. Let's.
So come on, are we thinking Borussia Monchengladbach are going to get back into this and win? So
well, you said 4-2, so I mean it's very possible. Who wins it?
I actually put a bet on before the match of Monchengladbach to win 2-1, so that's over. So I'm a bit delayed on my stream for Liverpool versus Aston Villa, so I haven't seen the goal yet, which
I've not got it on. So, I'm happy to leave mine out.
So Luke Tanner obviously said to us, I think Salah leaves in the summer and Liverpool replace him with either Mbappe or Sancho. And I said, how long have you been dreaming? Because let's be honest, to me, that's not happening. I don't think Sancho's happening. I don't think Mbappe's happening. And I think because Liverpool actually have, that they deal with their money quite well under FSG. They don't splash out the big bucks in the way that they wouldn't spend the 100 million for Sancho this summer, and that's because their policies, their principles. Oh, yeah, he does well there, Louis Barry. That's a good finish. He out muscles Williams, which is worrying, And look how happy he is. That's brilliant. That's honestly
I
brilliant.
can you imagine if they do win though? I mean, Klopp, it'll be probably the most
I like
embarrassing defeat of his career.
the manager. Oh, I think was it Milner who gets out muscled or was it Williams? I can't see. But this is.
This whole thing about Mbappe going to Liverpool as well,
No.
I can't see it happening. I don't understand why Liverpool don't buy into stuff like that. As in, I'm not saying they don't want him, but they don't have that tradition. They don't have that history.
Usually,
That's why I'd say no.
If you look at the way that, okay, so yeah, it looks like Williams who gets muscled off the ball about from
I just can't see Klopp. It's not a Klopp signing for me. I don't.
So Reece Williams gets muscled off the ball from Louis Barry, and I've said this before. Reece Williams is probably, I don't think any Premier League club should be starting Reece Williams at centre back. I'll say that now quite harshly, and he's just proven why. He's slow and he's not even strong for a tall guy. It's pretty embarrassing. I remember against West Brom, I mentioned to you, when he came on. I don't know what he came on late on. And then Karlan Grant got the ball. Oh, no, it came over the top. And Karlan Grant absolutely outran Reece Williams. And Karlan Grant is not known for his excessive pace, let's just say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is just madness. But anyway, I digress. They don't want to buy a world-class player who's already on the podium for the Ballon d'Or. I mean, this is me just hypothetically saying, I don't know if it's true how Liverpool think, but they bought Salah, Mane, and Firmino at a point where they weren't there yet, and this is what they were building on. Fabinho as well, all the players, even Alisson to some extent, Van Dijk, they weren't in that top echelon of players yet, and this is what they were trying to build towards to make them those top tier players. I doubt they'll break that same policy and already buy one who's top tier, like Mbappe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree that Mbappe is one of the best in the world, but he's definitely on a commercial level up there. So I don't see this idea of them getting Mbappe. And Sancho probably is already, because if you're going for more than 100 million, which is what Borussia Dortmund are asking for, it's that you're that top tier player.
Yeah.
So I don't see Liverpool doing it because it goes against what they've done recently. And I think they're going to trust in their initial policy. Like I said, like 36 million for Salah. That's what they paid for him.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah. They won't go and pay. Mbappe will be 150 minimum.
And and they're not going to pay it.
They're not going to pay that. I don't see them paying that. No.
Real Madrid.
I don't see Real Madrid either because they don't have the financial means at the moment.
No. I think
this all depends if they can
COVID.
get rid of
it's COVID. I think for me it's COVID. As in, if this was a normal time, then maybe Mbappe would leave PSG. But I don't think he will. I don't think he'll go.
And Jones gets a yellow. And that's good. That's good from Villa. Villa are doing well. Credit to them.
The annoying thing is Klopp will... I don't know what his bench looks like. I haven't even looked. But surely in the second half, Klopp will do anything to make sure he doesn't lose.
On the bench, he's got Thiago Alcantara, Alexander-Arnold, Alisson.
See, it's such a shame.
Ox, like Nathan Phillips, Robertson, and Shaqiri. Whereas if we look at Aston Villa's bench, from what I can see, I don't think any of them have played a Premier League minute.
Wow, that says it all, doesn't it?
I'm going to actually go through it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Seb, you keep our viewers entertained. I'm going to get another whiskey and Coke and get ready for the second half.
Yeah, it should be coming up soon. So yeah, it's just going through it now, and I think it doesn't look like any of the. I mean, already the starting 11, none of them have played a single minute in the Premier League. And some of them haven't even played for the under-23s. They played for the under-18s. Yet, Liverpool are currently struggling. Once again, says a lot. And, yeah, this is pretty embarrassing for Liverpool at the moment. I know Klopp doesn't like the FA Cup, but this doesn't bode well. And in all fairness, Villa are defending well. Zonal, but still coming out on their man when needed. And it looks like Liverpool just don't have any ideas. Just keep going across field, do the best they can, and it's not really bringing anything to their game. Some decent chances, but when the crosses are going in, you've got Mane, Salah, and Minamino. You can't expect headers to go flying in. So, the second half is going to be underway soon in the game between Mönchengladbach and Munich. Bayern Munich dominating in some way possession. Mönchengladbach had more shots, 6-4. But if you look at the stats, they're all pretty even, except for maybe more passes from Bayern Munich. But even the amount of offsides and throw-ins and corner kicks, evens, all even. So if we're to believe how Bayern play recently, it will be that they'll come back in the second half stronger than the first. But then I'd like to say that we'd know what to get from Borussia Monchengladbach in the second half. But recently, no one knows what they're getting from Borussia Monchengladbach in the second half. So it's all to be played for. And it looks like we're going to have Muller to kick off the second half. And it's off. So Alaba boots it upfield straight away. Not a problem. Goes to no one. Shall I say we're surprised? This is the guy who wants 30 million a year. Just saying. Just saying. And now, obviously, it's Bensebaini taking a throw in. And Jamie's there with his tray of food and dinner even.
Hello.
It looks like you've got some peas on that tray.
I do, yes. I've had a bit of a pea.
The pun is there. It looks like an omelette. And chips.
Oh,
There's an omelette from a distance.
It's very cold.
So the second half started for you?
Yep, it has. I'm on 45-23.
I'm on 45-50. We're same speed.
Go on, pause yours a little bit.
And I mentioned just before you got in, and we're off with the second half. Muller brings it back to Alaba. Alaba shoots it long, and it goes to no one.
Oh.
This guy wants 30 million a year, just to entice the.
Why is it Liverpool fans think, as well as Alaba and Mbappe and all, why do they think just because they've recently won stuff that they can just buy all these players? I don't get it.
There's obviously there's got to be something lucrative there. There's no denying that. Ooh, and Pavard looked like he might lose the ball, but does well to just get past him. But there's clearly something there. I mean, Thiago Alcantara wants to go to Liverpool for a reason, and I don't think it's because of the beautiful sun in the northwest. Then again, once you lived in Germany, it's not as if like you're.
I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I've always wanted to. It's been on my mind for a while, but sadly COVID hit. But I've been very tempted to move to Germany and just have a year there, just to.
Let's be honest. What I mean? Is it for the beer or is it for the language to learn, or is it?
I think it's for the beer and the football. Is that a good reason?
I'm not going to argue with that. I think that's a plausible reason.
I mean, the beer was so good.
It's known for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, and nearly in behind. There's a strange. So I don't know if you follow Carl Anker on Twitter.
I don't.
I like his reporting, but he was mentioning Luke Shaw the other day. He's like, Luke Shaw is 6'2". That is it. And it made us realize, my God, he is. He's taller than a lot of players. Cavani, for instance.
Which you wouldn't have thought. I didn't actually know that.
And then his body's so low, so it's weird. His legs are short. Oh, and a dangerous attack, Hofmann. And Neuhaus in the box. It's in! Neuhaus, my boy!
Has he got a hat trick?
No, it's not.
Oh, Neuhaus, sorry.
Neuhaus gets it in. That's a good goal. That's a good goal.
Why didn't you pause your stream, you bastard?
I'm so sorry. I could have pretended that my reaction was there. Now, this is a comeback.
I need the song.
You
I need the song.
You needed the comeback.
It's going to be 4-2. You said it. Hang on. It's coming up on my screen now. Go on.
You put it up. You
Go
put it up.
on. Yes, what a goal. Oh, I love it. Oh, what a game. This is crazy. Forget the rest of the games this weekend. This is the best game of the weekend.
You said we needed the
Dub, 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 dub. Needs to be louder.
We're trying to substitute it.
Dub, 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 dub. I can't hear it in the stadium. I don't know if they're playing it. They probably are, but it's funny, Seb. I've been to a few games in lockdown, and they still have the announcer there, and they still do the usual lines of "hello" and "welcome" and "it's great to have you here" and all that. And I'm just like, I love the fact that you're still here, because it's like at least there's some sort of light.
So I'm curious with I don't know if you know, but at West Ham, they do this particular announcement. I can't remember. This is dating back 10 years ago that I remember this sort of anecdote. They announced something particular, like someone has to move their car in the car park. If anyone's a West Ham fan watching, just please comment what it is, because I'm curious to know this. The announcer makes a particular inside joke at the stadium. Like someone's, it could be completely wrong, this example, but someone's left their car parked wherever, but it's relevant to a person in the stadium. So I wonder how they still does it now. Like,
yeah.
Will the person who's sitting in seat number, well, there is no person, so.
I've just changed the title.
I've not seen it.
Oh, no. Oh, hang on. I'll be with you now. I've put Butcher make it. Oh, no. I've made it make it 3-2. No, Butcher lead.
Well, this is the comeback. I mean, we talk about Bayern Munich, the comeback kings recently. Well, Borussia Monchengladbach from 2-0 down.
Monchengladbach. Oh, yeah.
What's Muller going to say after the match? He's going to say, Munchen comeback.
But that's why I love Muller. He's an absolute comedy gold. But he seems like
an awkward comedy gold.
But that's what I mean. Something tells me Muller, whenever he retires, I hope I'm one day in Munich and he's just at a bar and we could just have a laugh.
You got to get to a horse stable. And Sané does really well there. Oh, he's got past the Bensebaini as well. But just too late, the decision. Just too late. You should get the ball away.
I was watching.
Like Kimmich is down.
I don't know if you've ever been on a Bayern Munich's YouTube channel.
No,
but they have a good laugh. They have a good laugh on there. And before they left the club, Frank Ribery and Ian Robin did a few challenges, and they did stuff like hold, the big glasses that they have at Oktoberfest with the beer. Yeah. They try and hold it single-handedly for as long as they can. And also just shaking, and Ian Robin's just on the floor laughing at Frank. But them two were so hard to not like. They were just so good at Bayern Munich.
So Kimmich just looked like he got a bad knock on his foot from Embolo.
Yeah, that didn't look good. No, did he get the ball? He didn't even get the ball.
Well, yeah, but still, he's coming back from an injury, so it's awkward. How to say it? It's not what you want to see. They've clearly aimed for Kimmich. You don't give him time on the ball, and you can cut off Bayern Munich's supply.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you'd say that Goretzka isn't the most effective with the ball, despite him actually getting a good goal. But you cut off Kimmich, you cut off a lot of the bloodstream for Bayern Munich, which is, I mean, it's simple to say, but you got to do it. And Neuer so nearly gives it away with a poor ball to Sané.
Oh.
Sané's in the game, but he looks like he's in one of those moves.
He's not had much going on, has he?
Not much going for him, no.
I mean, he scored a great goal against Mainz the other week, but I can say all that, but it's Mainz. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, Mainz before
they should have freedom.
Well, Mainz before last week's game won one Bundesliga game. They'd be bottom if Schalke weren't so bad this season.
Yeah.
So this is worrying. I'd actually say that if Bayern Munich can't pick up their form, then they can't go far in the Champions League.
I can't see them. I can't, to be honest. It's very. I mean, we rarely see any team, defend the Champions League. Yeah. I mean, I think it's tougher than obviously winning it the first time. But
I mentioned in one of our first episodes that the lack of depth now that they have in their squad in their midfield or maybe in an attack will probably bite them. And we've seen that when they've had to have Jamal Musiala as a midfielder. I think he did well, but he clearly doesn't fill all the holes like Kimmich does. So it shows the lack of depth. And he was playing alongside Martinez against Leipzig, I think it was. That just says it all. The guy can't run anymore.
Yeah. Bayern Munich do. I mean, they're great at recruiting. There's no doubt about that in my eyes. But when it comes to Europe, they're a bit out of it. I just feel. Don't get me wrong, they deserved the Champions League and all that. But last season, half of that season, they weren't as good as they are normally in terms of standards.
Mm-hmm.
It does make you think.
Well,
I don't think Flick is a good coach. As in, he's a good coach, but I don't think I think luckily he's had the players to do it, if that makes sense.
He's had players at their prime, except maybe some defenders.
Yeah, and he was with Joachim Löw for Germany, which
you rate Joachim Löw?
I don't know, because all I can say about Joachim Löw before the last World Cup was that. At least Germany fans. I mean, look, Germany are used to being up there. I love German football. I think German football, its history is amazing. Even though I'm English, I think it's a great history to look back at. But they always get semi-finals or above, and I think under Joachim Löw, at least he carried on that, where they were still a big team.
They still are. They still should be considered.
They still, yeah.
Well, look at the 6-0 against Spain recently.
Yeah, I mean that.
I think the worst part about that is.
I'll be honest. If I was a manager and I won the World Cup, I would retire the day after. I'd say I've done it. A lot of people love the job, and I'm not saying I wouldn't love the job, but I would look at it and think, what's there to do now?
Well, it depends. You can look at it in different ways. Joachim Löw has never really had that prestigious jobs before that.
Look at Euro. So, look at Euro 2008 when
but then think about it.
They lost to Croatia and they nearly lost to Turkey. Yeah, I mean, does he? I don't know. I mean, he earns a few million.
I don't actually know, but he's not that old. He's probably got to think about his job till the end of the day. So
he looks older since he got the job.
yeah. But if he stays on now for a couple more years, that's still some millions in the bank that help towards his retirement.
You're right, and
it's understandable.
No, I understand
I know exactly
that. I mean, it's to be honest, it's like any job where you could easily be told by your finance guy and say you don't have to work anymore, but then at the same time you look at it and think, I like this job. I know everything around me, and I've done it. I mean, he's been doing it for what? He's done it for at least 13, 14 years as the manager of Germany, which is very
terrible
impressive.
Shot from Sané.
Oh dear!
Keep an eye out for that one, Jamie.
But I like him. I liked him when I've liked him for Germany. I don't know. I just love German football, and I just think sadly I look at people like Flick, where he couldn't have asked for a better coaching program, where he was with Germany and won the World Cup. But I just think there's better managers out there for Bayern Munich. That's all I'm saying. Oh dear, Sonny. Oh my God! Did he hit it like twice before it left him or something?
Yeah, it's a pretty bad one, isn't it?
It's really bad.
That's Sané, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Sané's one of those. He reminds me of Nani. He has great games and then he has really bad games.
Oh, I thought you were talking technique-wise. Ooh,
no,
they got a shot away there. Monchengladbach that wasn't too far over from Stindl.
No.
So they're getting the chances. It looks like Monchengladbach have found a way to break him down to get chances, whereas Bayern Munich are running out of ideas and hoofing it long.
I'm surprised you've got your jacket on. You're hiding the colours of a team that's winning right now.
You don't know how cold it is in this country, Jamie, and how bad our heating can be sometimes.
You live in England.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Well, that shot went over the bar.
No, Jamie, I have to say, I live in Switzerland because there's quite a strong Swiss contingent in this whole team of Borussia Monchengladbach. We've got Elvedi, we've got Embolo, we've got Jan Sommer, we've got Zakaria. Then you go to the bench and you've got Lang as well. So there's a lot of Swiss people in this team, and obviously,
and Wawrinka and Federer are on the bench, I believe.
And one of the last coaches of this team was Lucien Favre.
Yeah.
This is a Swiss person's team to root for.
What did you think? I mean, I forgot his name. What did you think of the Dortmund sacking recently?
Of Lucien Favre?
Yeah.
It was coming, wasn't it? It was really coming. But
I thought this season...
if we look at the sackings that have gone on in Europe this season, most of them, the sackings, the big ones, let's just say, their contracts are running out soon. Lucien Favre was supposed to run out in June of this year. Thomas Tuchel as well, another a German manager who got the sack. His contract was running out in this summer as well.
Yeah.
So they could only afford to sack them because it was coming to an end and they weren't offering extensions. Lucien Favre, it was almost, if he didn't win the Bundesliga this year or didn't at least put on a decent challenge to be interpreted however you want by the board, then you won't get an extension.
They recruited well though, didn't they? You know, it's Haaland, Sancho, Bellingham.
Yeah,
I mean, Bellingham's a great signing. He's very exciting to watch.
Yeah, and everyone talks about Bellingham. Look at one of the main players this season is actually Lainer. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Chance creation. I think he's up there in Europe.
Wait, is he the? Sorry, he's not. Is he the 16-year-old?
No, he's 18 now, but he's American.
18. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I know you're on about. But yeah,
they've got the 16-year-old and Cuckoo.
But that's the great thing about Dortmund, because a lot of people have this expectancy from them. But I just think at least if they don't win trophies, you're up against Bayern Munich. Fair enough. Bayern Munich are known for their legacy, but
there's no shame in it. But then there's no shame in the matches that they have dropped.
Yeah,
points. So I think the way that it's happened.
I agree. I mean, because there's got to be moments for Dortmund fans, like when we were at Hertha Berlin. I remember they were 2-0 up, but then Hertha Berlin could have got a draw out of it. And it's little things like that where it's like Dortmund fans, if they're on the plane home and they did draw, they would say to themselves, "We're better than this. We should be winning these games." And people can say, "Well, you've got youth players and such," but it's like, yeah, but you got to learn it at some point, and these players do it all the time. Well, they're supposed to be if they want to win trophies. So
it just really, there's Lucien Favre he was always walking on a tightrope, and he's even last season I thought.
Yeah,
I mean the way they capitulated didn't look good for him, and he was always walking on a tightrope. For instance, when they started the season by losing to Augsburg, that was already bad enough. They lost to Bayern, that's fine. There's no shame in losing to Bayern, but then they lose to Cologne. Stuttgart are great. I love watching Stuttgart this season. They're a fantastic team to watch, and they're definitely one that's looking at a plan for future seasons, because it's a great team what they've got. But they lost 5-1, and that was Lucien Favre's last match. Sorry, I've got hiccups.
Yeah, that was his last match.
So 5-1. That's not.
It was,
and at home as well.
It was even before Christmas last season. I remember watching this reverse fixture, and the commentators were on about Dortmund, and they were struggling at it's gone over the bar. Bayern Munich. Kimmich there.
Sané set him up, and then Kimmich just puts it over.
Yeah, Kimmich. I love Kimmich, but
yeah, I do as well. And we all know what I think of Kimmich, and I'll defend him.
I remember this game last season when Javi Martinez did that tackle, and when you watch the slow motion of his tackle on Thuram, and then his face straight away goes to the ground, and he just bangs his head. He goes, "What have I done?" And then Kimmich's face in slow motion is literally like, "Oh, fuck you," because Kimmich's like, "I had this. It was mine."
So just to get a bit of an update on the other one, the Aston Villa Liverpool game, we got Thiago Alcantara, who's come on at half time for Jordan Henderson.
Oh, is it come on? Okay.
Yeah, he was lucky the other night to not get a red, I think, against
Southampton. Who, Thiago?
Yeah. He committed about 5 fouls, I think it was, and he was definitely. And then he got a few tackles that he actually succeeded.
No one actually said anything about that. I was watching it, and me and my dad were saying, "Hang on, he's had quite a few here."
Yeah, but then there was even some where he successfully tackled the person, but it was, if you get that wrong, that's a clear yellow, and he's off. And I thought, wow, that's, for someone who's 29, that's so disciplined.
Thing is, though, I don't get right. I'm saying this now. There is a lot of Liverpool fans out there who've never watched Bundesliga, and I mean this, where they go on about Thiago when he arrived and all that. And me and my brother were saying this even when the signing was made, because United were linked to him. And I remember saying to Chris, "I don't want Thiago." Where's this coming from?
He is a class player. There's no doubt on the ball. He is good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're going to see in a couple of minutes, Bensebaini, what is he called? Bensebaini.
Bensebaini.
Bensebaini, there we go. He can't even control the ball, and the pass comes and it goes out for a throw, and he misses the ball.
Oh my God!
This
is what I mean.
That's what I talk about with him. This
is what I mean. He reminds me of Nani. No, sorry, I'm on about Sane there.
Yeah,
not ignore me.
Yeah, but anyway, talking about Thiago, I think he's clearly a class player. When I saw Bayern Munich one of the first times, he was passing it around and spreading it. It was brilliant, and he was man of the match in the semi-final of the Champions League and the final. Great,
yeah.
But Bayern let him go for less than £30 million. I mean, we can talk about 1 year left in his contract, whatever. He did go for less than £30 million. And I don't think he was their starter. I don't think he was their starter. I think Goretzka and Kimmich were starting ahead of him, particularly given his. But I mean, I could be completely wrong because I've also heard that they did want to give him a contract extension that was very lucrative and made him one of the highest paid players in the club. I don't know what to believe afterwards, but he was up for the UEFA award, and just a shot that goes over there, right, by Lewandowski. I think it was Lewandowski.
Yeah. But Lewandowski was it? No, was it?
Bit on the half volley. That's a dangerous
you're right.
to go past.
You're right. Actually, I think I'm only a few seconds behind you, though.
No, I purposely delayed my reaction.
Oh, you lovely man. You lovely man. Wonder you've got a missus.
That's a dangerous pass from Sommer there, isn't it? Or to Sommer.
I love the slow-mo actions there of all the Bayern players looking really stressed, and then there's just your favourite player just having a big grin. I love that.
Yeah. All the Swiss love Jan Sommer. I remember being in when I was doing an apprenticeship.
Oh shit! I've already drank my whiskey.
I remember being in class, and one of our French teachers, if you talked about football, he would spend the whole lesson just talking about the Champions League from the night before because it was on a Thursday morning. It was brilliant. And if there was no football, then we'd try and get him to talk about politics. But if not football, and we just hear him just go on about football for ages. This is back in 2012.
There's always one teacher in there or whatever that if you say something that they love, that's it. They're gone and they forget their job. And it's great.
He was talking about, this is back in 2012, and Jan Sommer was still at Basel, and he was talking about, I can't remember who Barcelona bought at that stage. Sané took a shot. Sorry, I'm still ahead. And the players down.
Actually, how many seconds are you ahead? I'm on 65:35.
66:04, and he's unconscious. He's knocked out. He's out cold.
Shit.
He's out cold. It's who is it? Sané shoots, and it's against whose head?
Oh no.
I can't see who it is, honestly. I can't see who it is.
Is it much a Gladbach player?
Yeah, it's a Monchengladbach.
Yeah. I've just seen the shot. Yeah, it's right at him. Right at him. His leg was moving, but maybe not. Yeah, straight away the ref's calling for.
That's Ginter. Yeah.
He looks. He's closed his eyes.
He's out cold. He's out cold.
Dear.
But yeah, I was saying he was saying this back in 2012 when I teached, and I always remember it. I don't know why. That Jan Sommer, while he was still playing for Basel, he could play for Barcelona. Bought a new goalkeeper. He's like, someone like Jan Sommer who could play with the ball at his feet. It would be perfect for Barcelona. I was like, yeah, okay, mate, okay. It is. It's easy to snub the Swiss league, and I still will now. The Swiss league has actually probably got worse these past seasons than it was before. But I think there's reasonable argument in it when you see how he's progressed as a goalkeeper. So he can play with the ball at his feet, and he's comfortable doing so. So now I'm quite surprised that I don't know too enough about it, but Kramer is coming on. Now, I think he was injured just slightly, but he's been Bayern Munich's best player so far this season. So
yeah, I agree.
So he should have probably been starting, but I think he was injured one match too.
It was funny because I was watching this reverse fixture online the other day. The full match is online. I'll have to send you a link if you ever want to watch it again.
It's a good match.
And it was a good match. And the commentator though is so annoying because he keeps saying, "Come on," and it's "come on" the ball. It's like no, it's Coman.
What language are we watching it in?
It's English commentators as well.
The French, they say "good man." Good man. And Sané obviously miscontrols it and it goes out. It's a trend on this on that side of the pitch. Bensebaini and Sané. But yeah, I actually wanted to mention before, because we were talking right at the beginning about Neuer. Neuer doing, being the sweeper keeper. Now, I don't know if you know of the goalkeeper, Robert Enke.
Yeah.
So he notoriously went to Barcelona. He's a German goalkeeper. I read his biography because he committed suicide before they actually could finish the writing of this, and it's a really sad story because he's also got a young daughter.
Came out a while ago now.
Yeah, I read it when it first came out. And
is it good?
Over 10 years ago. It's very touching, and it also gives an aspect on how he struggled to adapt to Spanish football, because he was mentioning how German goalkeepers have a tendency to stay on their line. And that's true. If you look at the Oliver Kahns of the olden day, they
proper old-fashioned goalkeeper.
They didn't come for crosses. They defended in their own 6-yard box, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it was
Oliver Kahn would have screamed at you if you went out of that little box.
But yeah, it's his zone. That's what they do best, and that's what German goalkeepers were notoriously known for. And then years after, we started seeing, for instance, you've got your Neuers, typically your Bernd Lainer, who knows how to play with their feet, and Ter Stegen as well. Ter Stegen the other week, or the other month, against Atletico Madrid, he came rushing out way into the middle of the pitch, and that's how Atletico scored.
Yeah.
So I think it's more fascinating to see how these German goalkeepers have evolved in their style of play. The goalkeepers, particularly.
Elvi's shaking his jacket off again.
Yeah, sorry, it's getting warm. But the goalkeeper plays more of a sweeper role. The goalkeeper plays more of a sweeper role in these German teams than they ever did, and that's a bad pass from Davies.
Oh dear.
Just goes out of play. This is a very low quality game, to be honest.
It is. It's not been great. Despite the scoreline, it's not been great.
Yeah, but I just think it's fascinating to see all the top German goalkeepers, and they all love to play with their feet. And this is completely opposite of what Robert Enke was accustomed to. And that's really what it's part of what sent him into a very extreme depression, because he couldn't get used to the football in the club that he was supposed to be playing at, that he really wanted to play at. So it's a really good read. I'd advise it. And okay, I'm going to wait for 30 seconds.
I think I remember when it happened, because I didn't know much about him when it happened, and it was just because he was supposed to be the goalkeeper for the 2010 World Cup.
Exactly,
yeah. And I remember my brother telling me about it, and he was quite upset about it.
It was sad, yeah.
My brother was really sad about it, because he thought, I watched him quite a bit before the World Cup, and he said, he's a promising goalkeeper. And it is sad, because Neuer, I don't know. I'd imagine Neuer wasn't supposed to start in those World Cup games. I might be wrong, but
maybe
I don't. I might be wrong.
I can't remember.
But it was the way he went as well. It's horrible, and he had a little girl, didn't he?
That's
and a wife.
Really made
that's
it
a really sad thing.
The story's quite sad for that reason. It also reminds me of a lot. I'm trying to find it now. When did he die?
But it's such a. I don't want to sound. I don't want to say I'm insulting this or anything, but it's such a way to go as well. I feel like the worse they make it out, as in the way they do it, I feel as though it's the more pain they're in. And
do you know how he died?
Well, he hit a train, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like that really is not in a. I'm not trying to. I mean, like, that is a way to go in terms of that really is painful.
It's painful.
That's a horrible way to go.
10th of November 2009.
Yeah, I remember it really well. I remember the day after when the news came out about it, because it was at night, wasn't it? I think when he did it.
Probably.
Again, it was someone I didn't know much about, but I just remember at the time that it was him, Neuer, and Butt. For example, as goalkeepers, and I wasn't a Butt fan. I thought he was a bit over the top, overrated, to be honest. Especially when he's a goalkeeper who scored a penalty and then they scored on the halfway line. You have to YouTube that, guys, if you have not seen that. It is hilarious. But it's a shame because I've seen that book, Seb. I've seen it on
It's worthwhile.
Amazon quite a lot, and
It's worthwhile, yeah.
there's one German book I'm reading at the moment, which is about. It came out just after Germany won the World Cup, and it's about Bundesliga and how they, how they've structured it and how the clubs are run and all that. And it's really interesting. Obviously about the whole 51% fans, etc. And I decided to buy it because I thought it's quite an interesting thing to look at. But no, I might have to read that afterwards because I've seen that book around and it's been around for a while now.
Yep. Zakaria's just come off.
Yeah, he has for Herrmann.
Herrmann and
Herrmann. I quite like Herrmann.
I mean, Zakaria actually. If I'm looking at the stats, he's only completed 6 out of 9 passes. It's not a lot, but it feels like he's just been intercepting things nonstop. So
yeah.
I'm looking at ground duels 5 out of 5, which is 100%.
Where are you getting these stats?
I'm getting my stats from sofascore.com.
SofaScore. I've never been on SofaScore.
It's actually quite good. They've got a great list.
Liverpool are 2-1 up.
Yeah, they're 2-1 up. But it's got a list of players, and yet I was looking at it the other night against Southampton versus Liverpool, and every time Thiago missed a cross or something, and then just a Liverpool player got on the end of it because no one else was there. Do you know what I mean? Where he crosses it and it goes to no one, but yet the ball's still in play, so a Liverpool player gets it. It doesn't count as a misplaced pass. So stats can in themselves distort the image. But I'm going to take a look at Nicolas Soulé. Obviously, heat map to the right side of defense, quite high up for a defender. And you see, they complete a lot of passes. 76 passes out of 82. That's a lot for a centre back.
That's a very good stat.
For a centre back, that I wouldn't have considered the ball playing centre back out of both of them.
Did you see Sané's cross?
Yeah,
it was terrible.
Pretty
but
woeful.
It's like hit the guy in the nuts. It's like corner.
But there's the thing about Sané. He's trying now, but then when he tries,
but
it's usually because he has a point to prove.
Is this why Pep let him go? Is this why Pep let him go? I mean. Pep's good at. I'll say this now about Pep. He's good at dropping people when you don't expect it.
No,
he makes the right decisions.
So it's not because of his lack of quality. It's because of his lack of discipline. It's a weird thing because Sané would not follow instructions off the ball apparently. So
it's Sané. I know Sané is German, but is he actually? Does his family come from other areas? I might be wrong, but
not that I know of. I mean,
okay. I just always. Just when I look at him, I wouldn't have thought he was from Germany. That's all.
Well, it says if you go on Transfermarkt, it says German and French, but I don't know. I mean, Transfermarkt really pushed the limits for what other nationalities people are. If you know what I mean.
I know they'd say I'm from Greece, probably.
They push the limit. If you've been to Greece once, you've probably they put a Greek flag.
I've been to Israel once. I'll probably say I'm from Israel.
Yeah, well, who knows?
Shalom.
Yeah. But okay, so now Bayern are really applying the pressure.
Yeah, Monchengladbach have been quiet, haven't they?
I'm quite surprised that Sané is playing a bit of a more deeper role in this high Bayern pressure. It seems odd, and that's when I think maybe he's not following orders, or maybe he's had a lack of orders. Oh, and Embolo does really well, and he should have got a foul for that. He nutmegs Pavard and then gets shoved off the ball by Soulé. You'll see it in 30 seconds, Jamie.
Oh, yeah. He's lost it. What minute are you on?
Oh, and they do well. Okay, 77 minutes now. So
I'm on 76:40.
Sané does well to get in the box there. He gets a pass into Müller, and they're just tight on him, the Mönchengladbach defenders, and they manage to just force it out, and it's Müller who touches it, so it's a goal kick. Good play there. And I think Embolo needs someone to tell him that he's got chalk on his face and he's had it on there for about the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
There are multiple. Pavard's had chalk in his hair for the past, I don't know how many minutes.
Last few years, I'd say.
Well,
but then again, it's probably bird poo.
The metaphysics behind it are a different matter at this point, Jamie.
Well, there's a guy who I know who has a little white patch in his hair. And he's had it since I can remember. But it's like there's a little white patch in his hair. Yeah, and Bowler's got it all over his chin.
Yeah, it's on his chin, yeah.
No, he's either got it from the pitch or he's been up to no good. But we'll carry on.
I'm loving this battle between Bensebaini and Sané. It's just
Bensebaini. Oh, you're making me say it now.
Bensebaini. Sorry,
Bensebaini. I can't even say it anymore. Oh, it's 3-0
so
now. Oh, Ronaldo.
3-0.
It's 4-0. Oh, 4-1. Sorry, to Liverpool. They've literally just come out and scored goals now. But I guess we were expecting that because Villa youngsters would get tired.
We're talking about the Swiss contingent. We've got Shaqiri with 2 assists.
Yeah, he's our mate Connor's just put it was that was 60 minutes while it lasted and all that. Yeah, he's spot on.
Yeah, and I think they can still be proud for getting that goal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's such a shame because look, youth players getting the experience is great, but I don't know about you, Seb. I mean, okay, maybe the Premier League made the decision, but Man City have got depth in their squad, right? And they didn't get that game against Everton. And yet, literally days later, they went to Chelsea and won. And it's like, you wouldn't have thought they had COVID problems.
And also, given the fact that Benjamin Mendy was at a big party for New Year's Eve and he was sat on the bench even.
Yeah, that was wrong.
That was completely wrong. I think they should have done something about that, Manchester City.
I understand what Pep was saying, but like, when he was interviewed, Pep, and they asked him about it, and he just said, other people have been doing it. And I just thought, that's not the right way to come out as a manager. I understand people have views, but
as a person, that's not the way you answer things. It's like,
you
cheat on a test.
If that was
but everyone's cheating. Okay, so that makes it right. No, I mean,
exactly. I mean, look, my thoughts on it all, but it's like if when you say that, you are representing not just yourself, you are representing the players and the club. And it just doesn't look good. And I understand. I've always believed this whole thing that when you're at work, sometimes you have to swallow some of your beliefs and all that because it's just the way it is. Yeah, and it's like, just say it. Just don't play him because let's be honest, Mendy's not really been playing for City anyway, so they could have just dropped him. Yeah, and it wouldn't have really been. It's not like it was Kevin De Bruyne. There's a big difference.
Sané's taken a touch too many again, and he's given a foul away. It's just getting. It's getting a bit.
Sané's starting to realise that he wouldn't make it in this much a Gladbach team.
He needs discipline. He needs discipline.
Well, I mean, Pep famously didn't like Yaya Toure. Am I right?
I think so. Yeah.
And Yaya Toure was no doubt a world-class midfielder, but
then you've got to earn that.
You've got
right
Xavi
and
Iniesta, haven't you?
You've got to earn that right for yourself, and has Sané done so? Probably not.
Well, but this is when, like, I mean, hindsight's a beautiful thing, but you do start to look back at some of what Pep did in his time at Barca and Bayern and stuff like that, and you do look at it and you think, you know what, you made a very ruthless decision and it worked.
When you get to the titles that follow, fair enough. Okay, so now Stindl's coming off, the guy who's got 2 assists. Fair play to him, and he's coming on for Wolf.
Oh, yeah, I've just seen that.
So yeah, that'd be interesting, considering that Wolf has got I think he's got about 2 goals this season. Yeah, 2 goals in the league this season. And do you know where one of them came against? It was that 1-0 win against Leipzig.
Oh, was it?
And you do know that Wolf is not a Borussia Monchengladbach player, right?
No, he's not. He's not.
He's on loan from Leipzig.
From Leipzig. That's literally like Coutinho against Barca.
Yes, it is. It is. And but the thing about Coutinho is it wasn't a match decided. The match was already decided. This is 1-0. The player who scored is Wolf.
Yeah.
And it's apparently because Nagelsmann is completely unconvinced by Wolf, but because he was a part of the RB Leipzig setup, they signed him. The RB Salzburg setup, Leipzig signed him anyway. And Wolf
he's got a great collection of suits as well, yeah.
Nagelsmann is
you gotta love Nagelsmann just because of the fact that he's 32.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's mad. Like to lead a club like that and be in Europe.
I'll say it.
That's incredible.
It once, and I'll say it again. I think Nagelsmann would be the best possible candidate for Manchester United.
Well, we've talked about this, haven't we?
Yes, that's my point. I've said it, and I'll never stop saying
I mean,
it.
I've seen your banners. All over Switzerland.
I keep nagging about it. I keep Nagelsmanning about it.
Just send me one and I'll take it to Old Trafford. Yeah.
I've got to take the Klinsmann's one down first. Or should I call it?
What, Klinsmann for United? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or should I call it the Klinsmen?
I tell you what, he's not a bad poster person, is he? Really,
he's a good poster boy. Let's just say.
He was. This is a bit random. I know you don't live in the UK anymore, but on the when it was the World Cup final 2 years ago, technically 2.5, whatever you say.
He works for ESPN, doesn't he?
Well, he does. He does now, yeah. And I've watched him, and I like Klinsmann. He's great, but
I mean, when you get in a pool of
Craig Burley, I mean, my God, what a shit pundit. He hates Solskjaer, doesn't he? Clearly hates Solskjaer.
You just keep saying 66 and just never make them forget that it's.
Yeah.
He got 66 points.
And Steve Nicol is terrible as well. Like, I'm sorry, Steve Nicol for me is someone who I'm sure he's a good lad to drink pints with, but he's one of those where I feel like, did you actually watch any of the football? Are you just looking at quick scorelines and just deciding
it's a bit sad, isn't it?
It seems a bit lazy.
And we all know I'm not a big fan of him as Mark Ogden.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mark Ogden is awful. I actually once walked past him in a street in London.
You mentioned, that's the thing.
He looks like he hasn't slept in 3 months.
Well, I mean that's fair enough. But the thing you said about Kane, it's just it just speaks volumes to the guy, doesn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
very boring person.
They tried getting behind again. So if we're going to put this in context, we're at the 85th minute, sorry. And if Bayern Munich don't win, then Leipzig have a chance to go top tomorrow if they beat Borussia Dortmund. So big matches this week.
Big match. What time is that game on tomorrow?
It's at 5:30 UK time.
Oh, I might watch that because to be honest with you, I would say I've got a lot to do tomorrow, Seb, but we're in lockdown, so I might actually just have to watch that and get a few beers in. I might do a live. No, I'm only ever going to do live streams if there's someone with me because it'd be very boring.
It's a bit hard to hold on. I might be there as well. I'll keep you informed if I'm around, Jamie.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, we'll have to figure out how we can. The one thing I want to learn from the whole live stream experience is to actually edit our picture, as in make it so that we've got a score line on our screen or something. But,
that'll have to be done manually, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, live streaming I've never done some, but my knowledge of literally Zoom I only learned tonight because the account I'm using is with work, which hopefully work don't mind me using this. But
you shouldn't have said, Jamie. You shouldn't have said.
Shouldn't have said. But luckily they gave us an account recently to everyone, and it's a pro or whatever, so it's limitless. But it also means that because of this account, you can live stream. You have to pay to be able to live stream on YouTube, which I learned from the tutorial. So, yeah. But I don't know if we could do anything more. No one needs to know. I don't know if we could go advanced.
This is technically reporting.
It's technically, yes, exactly.
But now that... Okay, so just to say, Sané is bringing stuff to the game. He's doing things in the game. He is getting involved.
I like a player that is involved, even if he has a shit game.
But this is weird because this is not typical Sané.
No.
So
it's funny because when Sané was at City, I didn't pay much attention to him. So but I watch him here, and it's quite interesting. So Alphonso Davies, what was that?
Bayern are getting a bit more of the ball, and Neuhaus don't concede the penalty. And he just does the tackle well. That was a good tackle. That was close.
Well, they've got 3.5 minutes until stoppage time, Bayern Munich. Otherwise, they could have their. So would this be their first defeat of the season? There,
no. They lost to Hoffenheim as well.
Hoffenheim, really? I didn't know that. That's bad.
Yeah, they lost and that's where.
Did you watch Leipzig Stuttgart last week?
I did not know.
It was a good game.
No. I tell a lie. I had it on in the background here, but I didn't really pay much attention. It seemed like when I did watch it, I was really impressed with Leipzig's shape. Defensively, they seemed like they wouldn't concede, and this is against Stuttgart.
Yeah,
Stuttgart who can be
Stuttgart
quite explosive.
haven't won at home yet.
Yeah, but still, they're a good side.
You wouldn't. I got a lot of credit for the Stuttgart coach. I mean, his background as well is quite interesting.
Perfect. And, so Stuttgart, I mean, it's unfortunate they're now 11th, but they were they were holding their own at a higher position not too far long ago. Now, what's interesting is Mönchengladbach, if they win this, they're still not in the top 6.
Yeah, which is it's a shame because this time last season they were top. So
it doesn't. I mean, exactly. But this does. It doesn't really matter for Marco Rose.
Oh, good through ball.
Yes, and it's well worked. It needs to be a bit heavier, probably, that through ball, so that it can really penetrate.
He couldn't keep the flow going.
Because it doesn't hurt them enough, does it? They can get back quick enough. Bensebaini is coming off, whatever he's called.
I don't think you should ever say his name. I think you should just call him A.
Benny.
Player A.
Benny boy.
Benny boy. There we go. Right, well, they had 2 substitutions.
So if they were, I mean, it's difficult to get past Wolfsburg in 6th place because Mönchengladbach have conceded 24 goals. They've scored 28. Wolfsburg have scored 20, but they've conceded 15. So goal difference isn't going to be their friend here. And Union Berlin, let's not forget Union Berlin, who are having a belter of a start. I mean, who saw that coming?
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. I thought I was pretty shocked. And they've got Cruiser. Good old legend Cruiser. He's gone to every club in Germany. Sao Pauli, Freiburg, Wolfsburg, Werder Bremen. He's done every single club, and now he's at Union Berlin, and he's doing it.
I quite like I do quite like Union Berlin, as in the atmosphere in that ground looks really like a 12th man.
Yeah, it's apparently really quite tight, and it's a very old stadium if I'm not wrong. I'd like to be corrected if I am wrong again, but when I saw them, I saw snippets of the derby last time round, and it just looked fierce in there. It looked really like they're in cages almost, because it was. I think there were cages that shut off some parts of the ground. I can't remember. Not cages. They weren't holding them in cages, but the way it's barricaded the stadium.
Fences.
Oh, yeah, fences. So Thomas Muller gets a shot in, and it just deflects off and goes out. That nearly tricked Sommer.
You see, Thomas Muller's had a really quiet game.
He has had a quiet game in some senses, but he does create chances every now and then. That's the thing.
How old is he?
He's 32, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got a golden boot.
And that's a great clearance off the line. Oh,
yeah, he was the top goal scorer in 2010.
Yeah, Sula just got a header in from a corner, and that was great clearance off the line.
Oh,
and now, oh god, another.
I thought that just watching the deflection, I thought it looked like it was going in. Then, like Sommer's reaction was like, "Oh, it's going in the corner." Oh yeah. Oh,
okay, so
not the best of kicks actually. When looking at it.
Okay, so if there's one game that has been really particularly bad for, I think it's Kramer on the ground again, who looked almost as if he got another concussion.
Oh, what a stop! Oh, Davis. It's mad, isn't it? Because I mean, this is an amazing 3 points if Borussia get it. Oh, he's down.
Well, it's an important 3 points. That's the thing, isn't it? It's an important 3 points.
I mean, let's be honest. Gladbach want European football. There's no doubt. So
yeah, that's what I was going to come to before. It's a disappointing season, but 7th, Marco Rose never gets the sack no matter what for 7th place.
No,
just in taking it at face value. But they're in the next round of the Champions League, and they've not. Yeah, they were in the group of death. Shall we put it into brackets? Despite
nearly.
I know. Antonio
but yeah,
Conte
you're right.
Antonio Conte in European competitions has never done it in the Champions League. He's never got at the group stage.
I'm starting to think Antonio Conte's not all that. If you ask me, but yeah, I don't know. He's got a Premier League and FA Cup to his name, so he's not done that bad.
He must have something because he gets on great runs in the league to be able to storm away with them sometimes.
Exactly, and his first ever season in the Prem.
How does it never work in Europe? Because he's never got out the group stages, if I'm not wrong.
That's
as Juventus, Chelsea, Inter Milan boss.
Yeah, that's bad.
You can't command the highest wages in the world as a coach. He hasn't got the biggest wages, but he's not far from it. And not have that European pedigree.
It's not bad, is it? You know, if you're a manager like Sarri, who's probably a bit of a fraud, you've done all right, wage-wise.
Oh god,
it's so weird. And he used to be an accountant, didn't he? Like in his
he was a banker, yeah.
I love But I love that. Like you gotta love stories like that because it's like you can do it.
Yeah, but this is
Gerald
Gerald Houllier.
It's a lot of sacrifice, but
this is
Gerald Houllier.
He was an English teacher before.
Yeah.
Before being
it's
a
funny.
football coach.
It's funny. It wasn't until Julio passed away that I actually learned.
Yeah, and I'm a bit
you
disappointed
learn
in myself
a lot
as well.
Yeah, you learn how awesome he was actually. I guess I don't know. I mean, I remember him when he was at Villa, but Villa didn't really go well. But then he
had
health
problems
problems.
already.
Yeah, exactly. So it's no one can really criticize his time there because health was involved. But for what he did for Liverpool, at the end of the day, he won trophies, and that's what Liverpool want.
Great
so
interception by Dortmund, Monchengladbach player.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like Embolo might break away there. Oh no, Sully's intercepted.
Damn.
But
seconds to go.
There's a stat that came up, and it was that the fastest runner in the match was Embolo. I mean, no surprise, Embolo's really quick.
Yeah.
But this is intense now. They're defending really all of them back except for Embolo.
Yeah, he's literally just booted up the field. Literally one last chance for Bayern Munich here to save a point.
It's 3-2.
Is it finished? Way!
That's a good 3 points.
That's a good 3 points.
They
were 2-0 down. I mean, that's incredible.
So
fantastic. So much of Gladbach. They've done it again from last season.
Yeah, coming back from 2-0 down to beat this season's comeback kings.
Yeah.
And see the reaction of Marco Rosa. That's
Oh, I have to see this.
Just a little typical.
I think
he's great. I think he's great, Marco Rosa.
Yeah, I agree. I like him.
And this is where Mönchengladbach deserve credit. They scout the man.
Him and Bensebaini hugging away.
Yeah. So he was at Red Bull Salzburg before coming to Mönchengladbach.
He was, yeah.
So this is also where he got the Wolf signing from. That's why he likes him so much. But yeah, maybe.
Oh, Oliver Kahn's just gone and bit one of the members near him. Oh dear.
So yeah, it's a great win. It's not. I wouldn't say it's hard to say it was deserved.
Mm.
It was definitely a good one though. And that Neuhaus goal. That's
not a classic game. Yeah, the scoreline would say it is, but it wasn't.
The scoreline would, considering it was a comeback. But let's just say that the new house has scored in against the old house.
Very good. Very good. You've been right in that one.
It doesn't make that much sense, but still, I'm sticking by it.
Well, that pretty much comes to the end of our live stream here. So, Borussia Monchengladbach 3, Bayern Munchen 2.
Bayern Munich 2.
Bayern Munich 2, if you want to say it like that. But I like a bit of a Munchen. And anyway, yeah, Seb, we gotta play that song one more time.
We gotta play
Put it full blast. Full blast.
We've gotta play it.
Gotta play it because they've just beaten the champions of Germany and the champions of Europe. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a very, very interesting delay. It's a tense delay.
I don't know what's happened to my YouTube recently, but
I'll be honest, I never heard the song until we got to the stadium, but it's so good.
No, of course not.
You probably got more sales because of Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, that's the Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go. Dub. Oh yeah. Dub 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 dub. Mönchengladbach. Oh yeah. What a win. And then I remember the announcers and all in the stadium was like, go, go.
Great, when they get substitutes and they're like, and just everyone's like, do, just brilliant.
I loved atmosphere. It. Was it as well when the opponents had the substitution and they just go, who? They were like, and then he'd literally just do a lower tone of like Kimmich coming on for Muller. Who? Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
so good.
It's one that we definitely advise if you're to go anywhere to it. It's definitely Mönchengladbach.
Right.
The city isn't the greatest, but it's a home club.
I didn't see much of Monchengladbach really because we were literally there at the station waiting for a bus. Then we went straight there.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it didn't look. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a city I'd stop by unless there's a reason. So, I agree with you on that. But it's more of an industrial area, isn't it? I think from what I was.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what the east of Germany is. The Ruhr typically is where all the industry is. If you look at an how to say it, if you look at a map at nighttime, you see that the east, the west. Sorry, I'm saying east. The west, where the Ruhr is, where Mönchengladbach, Schalke, and Dortmund are. These are industrial places. That's where the heart of Germany, German industry is.
Yeah,
and also a big part of World War II because that's where the French wanted to keep certain parts of it because they produce a lot of coal. There's a lot of stories behind it historically, but it's the industrial part of Germany, and they're also the football clubs were a big part of their culture as well, particularly for Schalke, one of the first ones to. It was a factory club at first. It was all I think they call themselves in German something along the lines of the workers, the factory workers, something like that. But it is an industrial place, and there's a nice history behind it if anyone were to check it out.
Nice one. Very interesting. And we've actually just got a couple of viewers coming in. So if you've only just tuned in, Borussia Monchengladbach have beaten Bayern Munich by 3-2, and they were 2-0 down in the first half, and then it was 2-2 at half time. And incredibly, they got a winning goal in the second half, which, wow, it was a great finish, roof of the net kind of stuff. And because of that, Mönchengladbach still don't reach top 6, but it's 3 vital points for the team. Anyway, we're going to have a reaction to the game in just a short while, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Me and Seb will reflect on this famous win for Mönchengladbach. So don't go anywhere. And remember, folks, to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. And who knows, we'll probably do a few more live streams, watch-alongs in the future. It's goodbye for myself and Seb True. See you later.